Hashtag no offense uses strong language and is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised. Hashtag no offense.
Hello, Michael.
Hey, stupid.
That's so rude.
How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Nice.
We had a busy day today because we do the holiday stuff, so we were cleaning and stuff, and then I got the Easter baskets all put together and shit. And then Lucas told me that he's going to get carrots because he's not very good. I guess like bad kids get carrots on Easter, like bad kids get coal on Christmas, and I did not know that.
What?
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Is that what they tell each other?
I don't know.
Word on the street.
I don't know what kids be talking about.
Carrots? I mean, coal. What does a kid do with coal? I mean, I feel like some kids like carrots.
He doesn't.
Clearly.
You are now listening to the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
Welcome back to the Hashtag No Offense Show, episode 169, HTNOS.com, HTNOS on all the socials. My name is Chris, joined as always by the lovely Duchess.
Hello.
Tonight, I have my man on the inside, my informant from Hollywood. He's a double agent telling me about all the fucking reptiles, all the baby eating, all the blood sacrifices. He's here to fill us in on everything. We got Mykie Trudel. What's up, dude?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Good, good. I'm excited to be able to finally do this with you. I know I asked you like a month ago, but things have been busy for you and everything, and that's a good thing. So I'm glad that we found some time.
I feel like, I mean, I whatever you guys have been talking about in the chat, I have no fucking clue because I've been in such a different world. I feel like this is good because it's kind of reconnecting me into everything. So I think the once a week podcasting and stuff like that is kind of my reel it back into the real world and can kind of play around and relax a little bit, you know?
Yeah, get away from all the baby blood and ritualistic sacrifices of Hollywood.
Well, he's
all
that stuff, you know.
Used to it right now. He's just, he's used to it. So
yeah, it's just become old hat.
It's just part of his day.
Yeah,
he probably has to go get the baby blood.
Damn,
I do. Yeah, actually, funny you say that.
Funny you say that. How is that a segue?
Lately, like the biggest. I'm on a show that uses a lot of blood, so all the interdepartmentals, they got to kind of coordinate with each other of what kind of blood we're using. So there's like edible blood and there's different companies that make different tints of blood. So I literally I've been ordering just bottles of blood that's just been coming in from different companies, stuff that you can dry on shit. It looks fucking rancid once it's dry on shit. You know what I mean? Stuff that you can pool in the ground and it's like easy to clean up. And this isn't just like the Halloween blood that you can get at the store. This stuff is like fucking nasty.
Yeah,
Ew.
it's from a person, right?
It's probably pig blood.
Yeah, it's from pigs.
Are you at liberty to say what you're working on?
I feel like that would go bad if it was like from an animal or whatever. Like you couldn't hold that for too long, right?
No, it would coagulate and then it would probably smell really bad.
Yeah, and then
not like corn syrup.
You'd have some new fucking swine flu type outbreak, dude. Everyone would be eating faces and shit.
Or
maybe that's what you want.
Everybody would have pink eye.
That's how coronavirus started.
From Hollywood?
Yeah, probably.
Are you at liberty to say what you're working on? Or is that kind of
No, not this one. Usually that's like Nick saying that. Usually I don't give a fuck, but this one is actually, I could get in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay, well, there's a lot of blood. So
there's a lot of blood.
Use your imagination.
It's a TV show.
And
so
it's very popular and it's scary.
Yes. Yep.
And you can watch every season of it and not have to watch the season before it.
Yep.
It's all different.
And it's
Chris doesn't watch it. I do.
No, I'm not into the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Fuck.
He likes Orange County.
Yeah, now we got to start over.
It's all menstrual blood.
Oh shit!
It's
I mentioned
blood.
it. Oh damn it! Drop the ball. Let me pay my fucking bills here and we'll get into it. Every episode of Hashtag No Offense is sponsored by Hemp Bombs CBD. Hemp Bombs are specifically formulated to provide consumers with quality CBD product at an affordable price. Many benefits of Hemp Bombs include reduced anxiety, increased sense of relaxation, reduction of aches and pains, mood enhancement, deeper, more restful sleep. Hemp Bombs come in a wide variety of different products, including oils, gummies, suckers, vapes, and even products for your pet. Use code HTNOS at hempbombs.com. Save 20% in your entire order. Not that you would need it out west. You know, you got the real thing, but, you know, if you're so inclined.
Are you going to try my drink? Mm-hmm. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of my drink.
That's good. What is that called?
It's called a nor'easter because it's Easter.
Ooh.
And it's,
do you know what a nor'easter is?
No.
That's Mykie, originally from New Hampshire, probably has to deal with nor'easters. It's like a winter storm, right? You know? Isn't that what that is? The only reason I know that is because of George Clooney in The Perfect Storm.
Interesting.
It was a nor'easter.
Well, I Googled Easter cocktails, and then this was the least gay one that they had because everything else was like
pink and blue
and had like bunny tails and shit in there and fucking sprinkles and whatever. So I'm like, nope.
Bunny tail in the drink, huh?
It's like marshmallows.
Wow. What's in this one? Because it's not bad.
It's ginger beer, bourbon, lime juice, and maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
And I went to ABC Liquors and I was like, "Excuse me, sir, can you help me pick out a bourbon that is not Jim Beam?"
Why didn't you call Jason Almy?
As I wasn't looking to spend $200 on bourbon.
Oh, I thought you said we were going to say I wasn't looking to spend 2 hours on the phone.
Well, that too.
We are also sponsored by Onnit.com. Onnit is a health and fitness juggernaut dedicated to delivering complete and total human optimization. Through a wide array of products and supplements, Onnit combines cutting-edge science, earth-grown nutrients, and time-tested strategies to help people reach their peak performance. Alpha Brain, New Mood, Shroom Tech, all of those things are combined in the total human optimization that I recently got this week. That came in a box big enough that looks like it's Cards.
Huge.
It looks like I got Cards Against Humanity. It's like
it's bigger than that box.
Long and thick. It's a 60-day supply of this, and there's one for the morning and one for the night. So it's enormous.
120 pouches of pure
vitamin
stuff.
I've been on it for a couple days. I feel good.
Yeah,
when I go to the bathroom it smells like a GNC because I'm taking so many
disgusting.
pills, but I mean it's good. It's you as we get older we need to supplement, we need to do things to be optimized, right? That's the goal.
Sure, not drink 4 Cokes a day.
Or all the alcohol and bullshit, but you know what?
Fine.
Look, I'm looking for a magic bullet. I'm not looking for hard work and dedication. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for diet and exercise. Give me the fucking magic pill.
I like that.
How do they mail that shit to you? Out of curiosity,
In a box.
in a box, just with a bunch of bottles of pills.
No, these are like little
little
pouches.
packets.
So like I said, it came in a box. It reminded me of Cards Against Humanity. It's like just a big long box, and you flip up the top, and there's just like rows of packs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of been working with Joe B. I kind of sent him a package of the Shroom Techs not too long ago. So he wanted a bunch of those.
The aftermarket Shroom Tech.
The aftermarket Shroom Techs, yeah, not by the actual company. So I tried to like get creative with it because he wanted me to send him a whole bunch of them. So I was like, okay, what's the best way to ship these? And I pill them. I think you've seen them, and then so I pilled them.
Seen them, boy.
I went and bought went to the vitamin store and bought like the cheapest like vitamin C capsule bottle. I think it was like $3.50, whatever. And I dumped all that shit in the trash and filled that up with those. And then I put it in like one of those like bubble wrap envelopes and then put it in one of those, the express shipping USPS envelopes that like the flat fee one. And so those are supposed to get there in like 2 to 3 days, I think. It was like a week later, he was like messaging me because we had a tracking number and everything. And he's like, "Hey man, I haven't gotten it." Who the hell is Monica Lewinsky?
Whoa, that looks like Elmy.
It was.
Oh my god, what a weirdo! He just wants to crash everyone's party.
He's going live right now. He's with Donnie Gates at the cigar bar in New Hampshire, and they're about to go
He didn't
live.
look like he was at a cigar bar. It looked like he was about to get ass raped.
He did look like
His
he was in a
curls were
very
down.
high-end hotel.
He had a plain ass white T-shirt on. It was really bad.
He was about to start one of those Pornhub videos with Tonight's Girlfriend, where the porn star acts like she's a call girl and she's coming to the room and shit. That's Jason Almy. Maybe Donnie's his call girl. I don't fucking know. Check out Shit Happens When You Party Naked on Patreon.
Maybe.
For real. Anyways, though, I sent it. A week goes by. It's supposed to get there. He has the tracking. Like, he's like, "Yo, the package is in Sacramento. Like, I think it may have gotten flagged or something." And I was like, "Okay, well, I did send you a bottle of pills, so I don't know if that has to go through like extra thing." But I was like, "What? Like with the Onnit stuff?" I was like, "They mail that shit all the time." I feel like it's not that big, and like you can't, there's no way to really, like, a dog can't sniff out that because it's going to be like supplements. Like Shroom Tech will smell the same way pretty much. There's no way of detecting it anyways. I
can visually detect it. I've gotten good with the eye. I know yours because it's got darker specks on it, so I know yours versus mine. If I had to do the Pepsi challenge,
I want to re-challenge you with that though, because I found it. I do it differently now than when I did there, because there I just put in like with a little weed grinder, and just crush it up, so it would grind it enough to get into the thing. But now I use a coffee grinder, which like powderizes it.
Oh no shit!
Like it turns it to dust, and then you put it in there. So if you put them like side by side now, I mean the coloration might be a little bit different, but it's pretty hard to tell. So I think that he goes, they're in Sacramento. He's like, "What did you put for return address?" I was like, "Oh, well, my old house neighbor."
Oh my
God. Yeah, because I didn't want it to be linked. Like if I put it my neighbor here, then it's almost a little bit too obvious. I mean, I don't know how obvious it is, but I lived in New Hampshire. I'm sending it to New Hampshire. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, let's go to my house that I lived in 3 years ago, and I'll do their neighbor. And that way, which kind of would be funny if it did get kicked back and they just randomly got in the mail a bunch of little shroom pills.
Yeah, that say vitamin C on the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to be like, what kind of vitamin C is this?
Yeah.
Vitamin Cosmic, because they're going to be tripping balls.
Well, Larry, you've been wanting to supplement, so go ahead and try one of those, and then all of a sudden the fucking pupils dilate, and it's just like...
It took 3 weeks, and from going from Sacramento to fucking New York to Rhode Island, and it went around the country twice, but he finally did get them. But I want to try to figure out an easier, better way to ship them that's not going to send it through the loop like that.
Yeah, right, man. But all that to say, go to onnit.com and use code HTNOS.
Oh, yeah, go on it.
Use code HTNOS, save 10%, get the fuck optimized. It's all good shit. I love it. I love it all.
That is true.
And if you want that trippier shit, go to Mikey's Instagram page and send me a little DM. And
there you go.
Go to failinghollywood.com, use code Mykie, and get 3 weeks shipping on your cosmic mushrooms.
No,
Goddamn
vitamin
right.
C.
Allegedly.
Yeah, get 25% off your first purchase.
Wow. You fucking legit. Can you sponsor the show? We'll send you some traffic, dude.
Yeah.
So how's it going, man? How you doing? It's been a while. It's been just a little bit over a year since we got to sit down and talk to you again, but it's been a crazy year. Yeah,
it's been a little while. It's been good, man. It's busier than ever. Hollywood's opening up, so I think that says a lot for. As Florida's open, right?
Florida was never really closed, to be honest.
No.
I mean, we had some, light regulations. We still got to wear a mask if you want to go to 7-Eleven and things like that. But I mean, like, we go out to dinner, we do things, it's pretty regular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, LA is going to be completely open, I guess, Wednesday, and vaccinations are open to everybody starting Wednesday also.
That's such an awkward conversation since I work in an office because they're not making you get it, but the people that don't get it are kind of like side-eyed because they're like, "Are you getting it?" Yeah, and I was like, "No," and I was like, "If they brought it to the office and said, 'Hey, these are available,' I would do it, but I'm not going out of my way to fill out a form to take time off of work or time out of my personal schedule to go get a vaccine. I'm just not going to do it. I trust my immune system."
You're not going to get it, right, Chris?
He's had it. He's immune.
Michael. Come on,
Michael. What are we talking about? My whole family, my dad is even like, he's like, you're an idiot if you don't get it. My wife is like, you're an idiot if you don't get it. I was like, I'm not fucking getting it.
No.
Good for
Like,
you, dude. Take a stand, man. Don't let them peer pressure you.
No.
It's a fucking needle in your goddamn arm that, hey, in certain circles that I tend to ride in, say that it's rewriting your genetic code, Michael. It's
Maybe.
It's
Well,
gonna
they all
it's gonna
do. That's what a vaccine is. It puts it in you so your antibodies can work its magic, and then when you get it, it's not as bad.
Well, this is taking all of your hidden talent DNA out
Oh,
of your.
is that what we're calling it, talent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You've got things written in your genetic makeup that you don't even know about.
That's what this guy-
The lizard people are taking it from you with this fucking poke in the arm.
This guy that I work with, he said the same thing I did. He's like, when you guys start sprouting extra legs in 10 years,
Right.
then I'm not going to feel sorry for you.
See,
No, I already got the antibodies. So like when everybody else starts getting weird disease or whatever the chip that they inserted into them, and they start like fucking following when the government starts to have the override and the new world order starts coming over, you know what?
Where's
I'll
this
be over
coming
here.
from?
I'm gonna be fine. You
Where,
know?
where's this coming from? I like this, dude. Like shit. Listen,
Tap or no tap?
when Mykie first came into the inner circle and we were getting to know each other, we had this I remember this conversation just like out of nowhere, and I said something about an alkaline trio tattoo, and he thought that I was talking shit to him because he's got one. And I was like, no, dude, like that's literally my favorite band. And then we went on this fucking well, you know them, yeah, I saw them, da da da. It's like, did we just become best friends? Yup. Like fucking.
My brother's got one too on his arm.
Where? On his arm?
Here. Yeah, it's just the heart with the little arrow at the bottom and then the skull in it.
I almost came in on that tonight because right before we started, I saw that it was the 20th anniversary of From Here to Infirmary. So
Really?
I was like 20. Jesus Christ. I remember when that came out. Remember we went to see them it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We went to every show at the Metro in
back
Chicago.
then it was like $6. So we could afford to go all the time.
That was nuts, man. That was a crazy weekend.
And then we'd see extra cool bands like Jets of Brazil and Dashboard Confessional with them. And that
I
was
think
cool
Dashboard
shit.
opened for them because they had just signed on that label together.
And some orange
They would
bitch.
play at the same place 3 nights in a row?
It was
Well,
the
for
Vic,
that one,
and then it
I
was
mean, like
the
they
Metro.
were. Well, they were from Chicago, and that was
Fireside.
like when they first signed with Vagrant. So that was like when they were like really popping and be like the home city new album release. Like they did 3 nights at the Metro, and then they did a record store like in the daytime. So I drove down and did the record store show, and then we had tickets that night, and then we went back like 2 nights in a row. It was fucking crazy, dude. Like,
Oh, cool.
It was so
we
much
used to
fun.
do that shit all the time. Like that's how we spent our weekends when we were in our 20s.
Yeah, we used to do something similar, but they wouldn't play like the same place. So we would go to they would play at like our Hampton Beach Ballroom Casino or whatever. So we go to that one, and then they'd play in Boston the next night. So we go, it'd be the same tour. Then they play in Rhode Island the night after that. So we go down to Rhode Island like an hour and a half, and it's the same fucking show. I mean, there's a couple different songs, but yeah, we used to do that all the fucking time.
It's like listening to the same CD over and over again. It doesn't get any worse. You know? It's fine.
Well,
I
and
do that.
On the one hand, I'm like, damn, 20 years. But then on the other hand, I'm like, I still listen to it. Like it's in my regular rotation. So I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if it's, damn, you're fucking old. Because I'm like, it's still cool. I listen to it.
Well, now Logan listens to it, and so does Luke.
Really?
It's
You got your
generational.
kids on it?
Well, when I pick them up from school, I usually have my Spotify linked to the thing to link to my radio. So like it comes up on the screen, and if something catches his ear, he just puts it on his Spotify playlist. And then next thing you know, he's got half of my shit on his playlist, and he's like into the stuff that I was into when I was a kid now.
Listen to the Get Up
Really?
Kids every morning on the way to school. Because I let him take over my radio on the way to school. He'll play his music or whatever. So we're like, last night on the Mass Pike. And that's like, we have listened to that every day.
Say like if got to be careful with that. I mean, he's gonna be around like at his friend's house and around his parents talking about dog shitting razor blades and shit.
That's all right.
It's a fucking jam, dude. What
Like,
do you
it's
want?
a song.
What do you want? It's a jam.
Yeah.
It's
just a song.
They know what they can't.
I
say.
hear him sometimes because the walls aren't that thick over here. I hear him saying things on his mic that I'm like, if he only knew I could hear what he's saying.
Dude, he came out the room the other day. Well, shit, it was a couple weeks ago probably now. He pulls open his bedroom door like Kramer from Seinfeld. He like opens it all
His
like,
hair looked like Kramer
he
too,
come
bitch,
busting
because he
out.
don't fucking brush it.
He came busting out in the hallway, and he's like, hey, I need to find out what the hell's going on with Lucas. And I'm like, your 6-year-old brother? excuse me? What are you talking about? And then he looked and he's like, oh. And he shut the door and went back in there.
He just wanted to say hell. It almost sounded like his friend's fucking daring him to do it.
What?
I'm like, you come out here saying hell, we drop F-bombs on the regular. Like, that's not going to faze me, bro.
Yeah, we just laughed.
You're 11. I get it.
Told the story and moved on with our
We
life.
told, fuck off. Go back in your room.
Talking about music too. I got a voicemail, and I don't normally do these very early, but it's we got a voicemail from Adam Simmons that I wanted to play.
6 minutes long?
No, it's not. It's a very quick.
It's become like an every episode thing with this guy. I mean,
you drunk dial. I think he drunk dials because like his new mode is he's working a weird shift, so he gets off work at like 10 o'clock, and then he stays up all night and he drinks like 5 bottles of wine, and then he calls the hotline.
Criminy.
That's like his new routine. I'm not here to judge. I mean, whatever, dude.
Your teeth are gonna fall out.
He's gonna have his voice in every single one of your episodes now. I mean, please tell me it's at least one voicemail. It's not like the karaoke too.
It's just the one, and it's about music. So I want to. It's directed, I think, towards you. So
that makes sense.
Please leave a message after the tone.
You know, talk
What's
about
up, you fucking
music.
silly motherfuckers? I just wanted to call and say, hey, I love you. And 2, do you know who Dua Lipa is?
Yup.
And also, have you heard her music and or seen any of her music videos?
Yes.
I mean, come on. Look, you want to start a fucking party? Dutchie, you're going to be into this. Chris, you're going to be into it for other reasons. But look, here's the deal. D-U-A space L-I-P-A. Dua Lipa. Go do yourself a favor and listen to her fucking music. I love you. And also, fucking goodbye.
why does Google make him sound so weird? That doesn't even sound like him.
It sounded
think-
just like him.
Maybe once he gets more drunk, like that New York twang comes out, because that's definitely what that was. He had a little bit of New York twang in his voice and that I don't usually hear.
I think Chris is just used to him yelling at the top of his lungs, so when he's talking like a normal person, he doesn't know what to do.
You might be onto something. You might be onto something. And he was
Are you
not,
gonna play?
he was very much not aggressive. Like usually, I called him the other day. I think I called him on Thursday or Friday, and he just answers the phone. What? And I'm like, oh, hello. And he was like, what do you want? And I'm like, what are you doing? Getting ready for work. Oh, cool. What do you want? I'm calling to say fucking hello, friend. I guess I won't do that anymore.
Yeah, friends usually just call to say they love you.
Are you
normal.
familiar with this person?
Yeah,
Oh, you do?
I know her. Yeah, she's got a song on the radio.
Mykie, do you know who this is?
I don't, but she's kind of hot. I'm looking at a picture of her right now.
She's like the BB Rexa like stepchild.
I don't.
Who?
You don't know who BB Rexa is? Dude,
No.
fucking Google that bitch. She's hot as fuck.
BB Rex?
BB Rexa. BEBEREXA.
I think there's an H in there.
Maybe.
I'm gonna play. I pulled up a video. I'm gonna play her after this
Oh, yeah,
5-second
she
streamer
got some hips on her.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I could take you for a ride.
Oh, he played this on his song or his show.
Oh, yeah. This is on the radio. It has your boy in it. The baby.
Oh wow, it's all cosmic. Maybe that's what he meant by I was gonna like it for other reasons.
Well,
Like,
also she's attractive.
yeah, she's alright. Yeah, that's good.
That sounds familiar.
I'm with it. She's in a cosmic elevator right now. She was sitting on the hood of her car, and this beam of light just came down, and she stepped into it, and she shot up, and now she's in this elevator doing a dance number.
Oh, man.
There's the baby.
Damn,
Oh,
he's,
the babies.
he's still a thing? He was all the rage like 2 years ago.
I didn't know him 2 years ago. I know him now.
You don't remember
Really?
Riley getting wasted and coming in yelling about the baby and shit?
Well, he was young, so I didn't know what he's
Oh, he was young. Yeah, Riley's not young anymore.
Well, he'll always be young to us.
Yeah,
Wasn't the baby like the
'Cause we're
main
old.
front runner for like bop rap or whatever they call it? I think it was something like that, right?
Is that a thing, sir?
I think it's called bop rap or something like that.
Wow. You're asking the wrong dude, man.
Yeah.
You're asking the wrong
the outline for you.
dude.
Yes.
I'm versed. I'm versed. I can go from that to whatever, but I mean, I typically live in the 90s, early, mid 2000s. Like, I don't really go
That is
outside
true.
of that, you know? Lately, I've been exposing myself to things because I think it's good, but typically I don't go there on my own. But
What's the newest thing that you listen to?
You know what? I forgot what it's even called, but DJ sent it to me on Friday, and I listened to a little bit of it, and I felt like I needed some of your mushrooms for it.
Oh, really?
Glass Animals. Are you familiar with Glass Animals?
Nobody is. DJ's a weirdo.
The album is called How to Be a Human Being, and it's very trippy. It's very trippy. And I listened to 5 or 6 songs in the truck, and then I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm going into like a trance state. Like I got to get out of this.
Jeez, every member of this band looks like that dude DJ Qualms, just like anorexic and like skinny.
I did not know that. He told me he didn't know if the singer was a male or a female.
Oh, they're all male.
There's
They're
no
definitely-
gender. Look at you, woke. Since when did you?
I mean,
I'm just fucking with you.
they could be trans in their own circles. I don't know. I don't judge.
Yeah, right. Whatever. You like dicks? Whatever. You like pussies? It's all good to
Everybody
me.
likes everything.
You got a bottle
Yeah.
opener around?
Why would I have one of those?
I don't know.
You're the beer man.
So what's in that drink? It's bourbon and what?
It's bourbon, maple syrup, lime juice, and ginger beer. It's really good, actually.
It's got a little spice on the back end.
That's the ginger.
Is that what that is? It's got a little bite. I like it. And
I think the maple syrup acts like a simple syrup.
Yeah, because it doesn't taste like pancakes.
But I also got good bourbon. I didn't get bullshit bourbon.
What'd you get?
Woodford Reserve. It's like a nice middle ground bourbon.
I feel like I
How
should,
is
I feel like I should
how is
call
the
Jason.
ginger put into it?
It's just a ginger beer.
Oh, it's the ginger beer. That makes sense.
Yeah, so you just put stuff in a shaker, and then you dump it out, and then you top it with the ginger beer. It's really good. I really enjoy it, actually. I was unsure.
No, I like it as well. I just got down to the bottom, so I'm going to crack one of my Guinnesses, and we're going to move on. Mikey,
Yeah.
shifting it back to you, baby. We said that you were shut down last year. How does that? How did you cope with that? Like, what did you do? I mean, like, I know what you did, but like for my listeners, you became the Dos Equis man. Like, you just decided you were going to become the most interesting man in the world and just see the country
Travel.
and do things and make the best of the year when you're.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, before hold on. Pin that, jerk the wheel a little bit. Tell the listeners what it is exactly you do, because I was explaining to my friend Nick last night, who's a big movie buff. Like,
He's not real.
well,
It doesn't matter what you say to him.
it doesn't change the fact that I speak to him. So we were talking, and he's
minds.
a huge movie guy, and I told him you were coming on, and he was like, "What is it that he actually does?" And I say he's a prop master, and he was like, "Okay, well, like, is he the guy that does the fabricating, or is he the guy that does like this or that?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's one question past the veil of what I actually know. So when he comes on tomorrow, I'll fucking ask him, and we'll get to the bottom
That's
of
because
this
his
shit."
brother makes shit like that.
Yeah, his brother's like I'll point you when we're done. I'll share my buddy's brother's Instagram page to you, because he makes replica guns from like Halo and Gears of War and stuff like that.
Really
and he
good.
actually like fabricated like the pirate key from Goonies and shit. Like, he's got an Etsy page and he sells these like recreations or whatever. He's fucking awesome at it, dude. So like,
Oh, shit.
I sent it to Kaz. I think Kaz was trying to get one of them Goonie keys off him.
I wonder how quick he is with this stuff. Does
Not
he,
very.
Because doesn't he work 2 other jobs, or is
Nah,
it just one now?
He's got a regular job and then he takes orders, but like, he's still making guns from like Halo 3, dude. Like, people fill in his requests and he just makes, that's like one of his main ones that he's got like all the molds and things like preset that he could knock those out pretty quick, but like, people want them. Like, I told him, like, that game came out like in fucking 2008, dude. Like, how is there still a demand for that shit? But
Yeah, dude, I'm starting to lean more as far prop wise into Etsy. I mean, sometimes it bites me in the ass, but the Etsy people are like the people that will actually take commission work. They're fucking bomb. And like, first of all, they're affordable and they're so motivated to do it, especially once they hear is like, oh, once I do this, it can actually be in a TV show or a movie. Oh,
Right.
fuck yeah. So they'll like work their ass off to try to give you like the best thing, especially like Etsy is so cool because it's like it's a whole bunch of people just making things that mostly everybody else doesn't know how to make. So it's so specific, and you can find almost everybody, anyone who does anything. You want a sword made, you'll find somebody on Etsy in a
yeah,
fucking
Well, that's actually he was somebody, I want to say it was like in the UK or England or somebody reached out to him. They were doing like a fan made Halo movie where like they actually like made warthogs and like they had the armor and everything, and they commissioned him to make the weaponry for it. And then I guess like the funding or the movie fell through, but he had started making a bunch of the stuff, and then people saw it, and that's how he got into it, I think. And like he sent me one of the guns, and it's actually like metal. Like he took the metal and he shaved down the blades on the side and like installed LEDs in the front, so like when you pull the trigger, it would light up blue and shit. Like it's really fucking good. But mine's been busted up from moving and stuff, so I need him to actually hook mine back up. But yeah, maybe. I don't know, dude. I'll let them know. I'll say, hey, dude, if you get commissioned by an actual movie, maybe you might be motivated to get off your ass and like get it knocked out in a timely manner. You know, like
I need turnaround time. This is the kind of thing. Like I need stuff like yesterday. Usually, that's what I usually tell everybody when I'm doing. Like, I need this like stunt rubber knife made, this double exactly looking at this painted and everything. When do you need it? I need it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that kind of actually answers the question about what it is that you do. You're not actually making things yourself. You're getting things.
No, so okay. To answer your question, Mr. Imaginary Friend Schmickolas,
Schmickle pickle.
Yeah, here's what I do is as the property master, I have to break down the script, source, find, create, kind of wrangle all that stuff together on the day. So if like for stuff like that gets manufactured, I'll usually come up with the concept and the idea and the colors and all that stuff, and then I'll go to the fabricator and kind of break down specifically what I need and direct them in the right direction of what they need to make me.
How far in advance do you know what you need? Do they give you the script like a few weeks in advance so you know what you're doing? Because you can't just be like, okay, this day I need this. You need some time.
Sometimes. So for the nature of the show I'm on right now, I got the script for the first 2 episodes 5 weeks ahead of time.
Okay.
So, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything because I need to have conversations with the director. I need to have conversations with the actor. The looks need to be approved for the actor. So, like, I don't know. When you have your phone case, your freaking backpack that you have, probably your luggage, any of your bag, those are all props. And they need to fit your character. Sure. Like all your stuff, I guarantee you all that stuff that I just mentioned, each of you has a certain feel and they're all similar to that. You know what I mean? They're about you. So the look is what kind of delegates where that goes. So I can't jump too far ahead of time because the look could be completely different of what I'm going for. So you got to kind of wait and wait for what they call them, the look boards or whatever. And that's when costumes department gets an approved look boards. It's just pictures of all the actors in their actual look and what they're going to look like. Then you're like, okay, this person is dressed like a mean girl. She's going to have a fuzzy phone case with all the pink little fucking fur ball hanging off of it, shit like that. So
that's what I was thinking when you were explaining that. I was like, well, I know the movie you just came off of was like a kind of like a teen comedy. And when you were saying like the phone case and the backpacks and all that, and like you got to kind of know like, okay, it's whatever it's set in. Let's just say it's present day, so it's 2020 and it's modern and whatever, and you just kind of have to go with that. So like when you do crazy stuff like you worked on Westworld, I'm sure that you actually have to go outside the box a little bit and fill some fantastical type things.
Yeah, exactly. So that stuff is like, I mean, you're kind of helping with that. There's not too many different styles in that type of era. Mm-hmm. You kind of you get what you get because that's what's made and what fits. You know what I mean? So a lot of times those are a little bit easier to get in a way because you're kind of limited to what you can have. And they don't have phone cases. Thank fucking God. So
do you ever get like really tired of having to be so creative all the time?
No, honestly, the more creative it is, the more motivated I am to actually kind of keep going with it.
Because it's like fun. I feel like once in a while it would just be like so mentally draining. Or like if you get like, writer's block or prop block or whatever you would call it.
Good question.
Well, yeah, what helps is it's the collaboration that helps with that. So like usually if I'm stuck, there's the person I almost respond to usually or answer to, if you put it that way. She's not technically my boss because it's a different department, but she kind of overlooks the entire look of the entire film, and that's the production designer.
Okay.
They say each movie and TV show is the collaborative creative vision of 3 people, and that's the director, the cinematographer, and the production designer. Because the director is in charge of all the actors and the performances, the cinematographer is in charge of all the shots and how it's shot, and then the production designer is in charge of the world. So I kind of fall under that scope a little bit. So if something comes up that's like super like stumping me and I just don't know, I'll usually talk to her and she's like, well, they'll bring up like this is what the feel of this is, and this is the reason we went with the colors for this type of room. So I think they got this particular knife from the kitchen. So if you're gonna go with that, here's the style of the kitchen. So it would be something that matches what would be in this type of, you know what I mean? It's shit like that. Yeah, you talk it out. And then also with the director, like if it gets down to that, it's like, listen, like, what do you want for this? Like, and ultimately that's the man with all the answers. You know what I mean? So I talk a lot with the director and kind of we'll work and bounce ideas off each other to come up with our grand prop. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I like this show I'm on right now. And I mean, you guys will find out probably like 6 or 7 months from now, everybody else, but there's a lot more creativity to it. There's a lot cool props. Like the movie I just came from, or like He's All That or whatever, is stuff that's very boring. And props that I don't really
like Clueless or whatever. You
know?
It's
just like regular like high school shit. You know, like you can't really
been there, done that type shit.
Yeah, you can't really be too creative.
No,
kind of is what it is.
No, the kid has a freaking backpack, or like there's a scene where they're writing a letter. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, she's a TikTok star. She's gonna have ring lights and fucking bullshit. That's really not that inspiring me, or I really don't give a crap about. Right. So
no, 100%.
When you get into period pieces, like that stuff's cool. Like I got into this because I'm into history and I'm into like researching a lot of this stuff. So that stuff is pretty amazing.
It's really killing me not to talk about it.
Stick around after.
I like it so bad.
I told her what you were working on, and I think maybe she might have had a line of questioning based off of that because of her particular flavor. Like she watches that show. I don't typically watch that show. She's a fan. She likes it, so I think maybe she.
Well, and the people in it are other things too. So there's other things coming up that those people are in that I wanted to. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But so looping all the way back, you're essentially like a freelance worker, right? Like you work like job to job, like contracts. Like you're on this now, and then when that's ended, then it's up to you to find the thing for you to do and kind of bounce from job to job.
I'm an independent contractor. I'm union, so that kind of covers me to be like, as long as I'm working and getting hours, then I'm getting insurance and dental, and I'm getting a 401k and retirement and stuff like that.
Sure.
So I'm covered under that umbrella. But yeah, I very much work on a job to job basis. Like right now, the job is going. It started last month and it's doesn't finish until mid-July, and then but they're talking about a possible back 7 episodes, which means you'll get extra episodes for the season, or we'll go straight into shooting a season 2, in which case we're gonna go till December. So in this case, it's like the job will last an entire year, and I don't need to worry about it. And in that year, like we're paid pretty well on these types of jobs, so I can afford to take 3 months out of the year off usually, because we're working. Yeah, we're working 12-hour days, so we're racking in overtime and doing it. So they kind of do it that way, so you can make enough money to get by when there is no work.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure you network too. Like it's kind of it's a tight community, I would imagine, you know, like, so you develop a reputation and then like you do well on this show and then somebody else will use you on the next show.
See, I was like wondering, like, do you have to job interview for every show, or do you just come in and like if somebody recommends you, here's his portfolio already, so they already know what you're getting into?
I very, very rarely interview. I think I've probably in the past 9 or 10 years, I probably have interviewed maybe 2 or 3 times the entire time. Like even with this job, I've worked with the designer before, so she gave my name to the producer, and the producer called and asked for a resume, and I gave him the resume, and for some reason they thought that was good enough. They hired me.
Well, you've worked on a lot of stuff. And you've been doing it
Yeah, not as
such
a
long time.
not as a head though, not as a key department
Right,
head
but
position.
all you need is a chance, man. That's all it takes.
Right.
And you proved yourself, and that's why you are where you are. So you work hard,
that's
man.
right.
You deserve what you get.
Exactly.
Mm.
So this is my time to show up, but yeah, that's what made it. This type of work, kind of in the industry, is what kind of made it so easy for me to take off when the pandemic happened.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, look at you. You're not a professional or anything. It's like he knows what we're talking about. He's like, look, I'm gonna help steer this.
Stop talking like that. You do that every show.
What?
You say something about like, oh, look at what you're doing. You're doing my job.
No, he said that. No, it's good. It's good because I get sidetracked. You know, I haven't talked to you in a while. I get sidetracked, and what I was gonna say is like I kind of think that's kind of there's something to like the contract work where on the one hand it's a little nerve-wracking, like for myself, like I have a family to support and things like that, so like I have that what am I going to do after this job?
Dog?
But and on the other hand, it's like you always get like it's new scenery, it's fresh scenery, it's something new to like get into, and like I kind of think I would like that, man. Like there's something cool about that.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking at first when you first do it, just because it is so foreign, and everybody that's gotten into the industry has had the same kind of concerns. But I mean, it's kind of like what Duchess was saying. It's like my phone does not, as long as there's things shooting, my phone rings every time. Like I'm not worried because my reputation now is so, and I've really ever got fired from a job, and I've gotten called back by almost every single person that I've worked for. So my phone, as long as and you know what, if my phone's not ringing and I just came off a job, I have about, I think 30 or 40 people that I said, hey, I'm available.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I don't even make it through the end of that list before someone says, okay, come on tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay.
You're the Steven fucking Spielberg of props, bro.
The Steven Spielberg of props. You heard it here first.
Yeah. So once you start to get into it, that fear goes away because you know as long as there's going to be movies and TV shooting that you'll be working.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. But then like something like this happens where the whole industry is shut down, and then what? You know, then what do you do?
Something like this where the whole industry is shut down, then you go on unemployment.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, you know, the long and short of it. But like some people, you know, when it was shut, like everything locked down, they were like, well, my job is gone, so what do I do? Where you were like, my job is gone, so I'm going to go and figure something new out. And that was pretty cool. And it kind of puts you on this Jack Kerouac, you know, van life for the last year. And that's what, you know, I was living vicariously through you too. You know, you're parked down by a fucking river, you know, watching Netflix movies in the fucking van and shit. And then you're building grow houses and Colorado and shit, and you're in Texas and you're in New York and you're out, you went to see Adam, you went to see Riley. I mean, like you're moving around the country and shit. Like really fucking making the best of a bad situation.
Yeah. Well, the thing is when the pandemic first happened, what I was working on Glow, and we got shut down from Glow, and they had said, you guys got 2 weeks. We're going to be down for 2 weeks. So for sure. But they were still paying us and everything, and Jackie's show went down at the exact same time. So we're like, well, if we're going down for 2 weeks, like let's jump in the van. We built a RV, it turned our van into an RV, so we had the tools, and we're like, let's go to a national park and go rock climbing for the next week. And then we went to Joshua Tree. Then after that, we went to Red Rocks in Vegas and chilled out there, and then realized shit was getting way more serious than we thought it was gonna get.
Right.
So we went back home for a week and kind of like hung out there for a little while, for probably 2 or 3 weeks. But then as shit got even more shut down and more serious, we're like, well, I mean, what are we going to do? We know that we're not going to be able to work for months. Like it became very abruptly clear that we're not going to be able to go back to film work probably anytime soon. We're like, I'm not the person that can just sit at home and do nothing.
Ooh.
Like for that long. Like I will go fucking crazy.
Yeah. Ask me if you win that Powerball, what you're going to do. And I'm going to say nothing.
Get fat.
Absolutely nothing. I'm fully content to do nothing. I took a week off a month and a half ago, burned a week of vacation with the intention of doing nothing. Now my lovely wife ended up injuring her arm, and I had to take care of her that week. But my plans was just to play Xbox, maybe do a little podcast shit, watch some TV, you know, just fucking chill. Like I'm the guy who can do nothing. For sure.
I cannot do nothing.
She's a busybody. I humor her as much as I can. But
He really does. He helped me offload 500 pavers last weekend that I'm putting a patio out in the backyard. But because I'm like, thank you for what I say. Thank you for putting.
Thank you for humoring me.
Putting up with me, and you're like, thank you for letting me be lazy.
It works.
But yeah, it's I can't sit around for too long. Like after a week, it's cool. I can take that, but like there's only so much projects you can do around the house. I finished all those, and then it's like we're like, what's the safest place to go? Down by the fucking river in the middle of a national forest. So we just kept going to Utah and going camping down by the river there. And then we heard a rumor that, oh yeah, the borders are closed, but if you just drive across into Mexico, you can do that. So we tried that and nobody stopped us. So drove into Mexico and went camping down in Mexico for a little while, and then decided to go.
You just crossed
What?
over? You just crossed over? Nobody checked you or anything?
No one even stopped us. Like we crossed the border, and the dude in the Mexican border just waved.
And you're driving like a converted van into an RV that looks like you're the
Hiding
stereotypical, you're the stereotypical coyote moving people across the border. And they're like, hey, have a good day, Mike.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, when you go back, here's the thing is like getting into Mexico is easy. They just aren't letting most people back over. But when you're an American, you come back and you're like, I live home. And they're just like, oh, why were you there? And I said, I went camping. They'll give you an eye, but it's like, what are they going to do? No, you can't go back home.
Nobody
you know what I
comes
mean?
to
It's like,
Mexico to go camping. They come for cocaine and tequila.
And medical supplies, low-grade medical
There
supplies.
you go. Syringes,
yeah.
Cheap plastic surgery.
pill casings,
Donkey shows.
Yeah.
Go on. Come on.
tacos.
Freddie will tell you all about that.
Oh, I've heard.
About the donkey shows?
Yeah.
Ay.
Fred's a degenerate. I mean, we're kind of kindred souls in that regard.
You've never seen a donkey show.
No, but I would.
I mean, that bitch at the Pink Pony looked like a donkey, but she didn't put on a show.
That's another story for another day. Go ahead, Mike.
After that, I went to New Hampshire for a month and a half because my parents got a lake house, chilled with the brothers out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then unemployment did run out, so I tried to come back to see if there was any work going on. Surprise, things weren't filming still. And then that's when the Colorado, I have like a handful of buddies in Colorado, and I've always wanted to live out of the van. It always was like, in another life, I will live out of the van. You know what I mean? Well, this was that other life coming, and my buddy built greenhouses.
I don't understand how unemployment runs out for you, but like everybody else, it seems like they're just going to live off it for the rest of their life. That sucks, bro.
Well, it ran out. I don't say it ran out, but the bumps ran out. You know what I mean? Because they were giving they were given that $600 a week additional on top of what they had. So that was enough for me to float and just keep getting by.
Then when the bump
but
stopped, then you hear like, oh man, I get it.
Yeah, but without that additional bump, like that's not enough for me to get by. So I don't know. I always wanted. This was the one opportunity to like get out and actually do something else, because I knew I always wanted to live in Colorado. I've always wanted to kind of live out of my van. I've always wanted to like try to just like do the travel thing and build some stuff in that type of environment. So my buddy builds greenhouses. He's like, oh, come out, I'll give you a job. You can just like, it's national forest land everywhere there. So I was able to just camp. And then every week they'd send us to a different part of the country to go build a greenhouse in people's backyards. So
yeah, those things look wicked too, man. They look like something out of the future.
We need a greenhouse.
These were like domes. These were like biodomes.
I think you
and
showed
shit.
me pictures of them.
Yeah?
I don't think one would fit in our yard, but we do need a greenhouse.
One would definitely.
yeah, they were geodesic grow domes. So they come in anywhere from 12-foot diameter all the way up to 44 feet.
Damn.
That's crazy. And I mean, like, let's just be honest. I mean, like, those were for weed, right? Like, that's what the people that were buying those were doing. Nobody's buying those fucking futuristic geodomes to grow tomatoes. I mean, like, that's.
I mean, some people, I'm sure, but you have to think about it. Like when the pandemic first, the reason business was bumping so much is because when the pandemic started to happen, people started freaking the fuck out, and then the grocery stores, the shelves were empty, all that stuff. So, like, a lot of people were building it just to have a bunch of produce and stuff that they could grow in their backyard, because the thing with these domes is you can grow in them year round. Like they're made so like in the winter time it's still
Warm.
lets in enough sun and it's temperature controlled enough to be able to actually grow everything you want to grow.
Yeah, because when the pandemic hit and the stores were out, I'm like, shit. So I bought a lime tree and I bought a mint plant so I can still make mojitos.
Yeah.
Cause priorities.
I mean, mojitos are one of my favorite cocktails.
They're both dead now.
The kids killed the fucking lime tree.
They did. Because I had it in a pot over by the pool, on the pool deck, whatever, because that's where the most sun to get. And the fucking squirrels were eating my tree if it was in the yard, so I moved it into lanai. And then every time the kids went to jump in the pool, they'd hit the plant, and
Lucas
then the
would
leaves would
smack
fall
it.
off.
Lucas would go to jump in the pool, and he'd walk over, smack the goddamn lime tree, and then he would jump in the pool like,
I was
fuck
so
your
mad.
drinks, Mom.
Why didn't you like plant it in the ground?
Because the squirrels were eating it.
Squirrels.
Because it was just like a little sapling, so it had like little tiny limes on it, and then fucking squirrels were tearing them down.
Oh no! I have a lemon tree, like a massive lemon tree in my backyard, and
That's cool.
not with squirrels, but rats.
Ugh,
But
yeah.
they'll come. The rats will come and they'll eat the
middle?
entire skin around it. No,
Oh.
not the middle.
Oh.
So it looks like an orange after you've completely peeled it, but it's still hanging from the tree. So it
Shut
just looks
up.
like it's weird. Like I have to go out there like every month and like pull all the de-skinned
skinned
lemons to
Ew,
throw them.
rats are fucking gross.
So yeah, see, at our old house when we first moved here, we were down the street from an orange grove. Because Florida, there's an orange grove on every corner, right? And they would do the same thing. Like at nighttime, like if we would light a fire and we'd sit out back or whatever, we'd see like in the shadows the rats run across the fence line and shit because they were fruit rats and they were going down to the orange groves. And we had a big ass dog at the time. He was a 140-pound German Shepherd, and he would catch those fucking things and kill them, and
Snakes,
then
possums,
bring
rats.
them to you. Yeah, he'd bring them to you, rat in mouth. Like, look what I did. I'm a good boy, right? Like, motherfucker, stop
And
killing
he
these
never got
goddamn
coronavirus.
rats. He ain't never got coronavirus. He's not here anymore. Shout out to old boy Jake, but he never got corona.
Well, actually, there's another good segue. That's why I stopped doing the grow house job, is because we did a job in Texas and I got corona. So
yeah, you actually did get it too. We're corona bros.
yeah, I know.
Panda Bros.
Panda bros?
That's that show that Lucas watches, We Bear Bears.
Oh, I thought you were saying something like Eskimo bros.
No,
Like-
they're Panda Bros.
Like I only just met Mykie in December,
We bear
face to face. Like we didn't have that much
You're
time.
still bros.
Well, we didn't have enough time to become Eskimo bros.
Isn't that mean you fucking the same bitches?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a short weekend.
Way shorter than we thought it would be.
Well,
Yeah, way shorter than we thought it would be. But I'm glad it worked out. Like I said, we got to hook up and meet and at least have
Hang out.
a couple of good nights.
I'm glad y'all had such a great ass time.
Here we go. World's tiniest violin.
Because I never get to go.
It's all right. We'll make it out to Florida soon, I hope. Since we've done the podcast, I haven't really come out there, but my in-laws are out there. So we're in Florida. I'm usually in Florida at least once a year.
Dude, Jason told me last week his parents are moving to Tampa. He's like, dude, I'm gonna see you like 3-4 times a year now whenever I go see my parents. He's like, my mom asked if you would go to dinner with her. I'm like, Grand Jan wants to go to dinner with me? Fuck yeah, dude. Tell her what's up. Give her my information.
You got to limit your F words.
Yeah, she gives you 10. So I mean, I'm limited to 10 F words per dinner, I guess.
Per dinner.
Well, she'll listen to Creatures. She watches our live shows of Creatures, but she gives us 10 F words, and after 10, she's out.
Poor Adam, man.
She made it through the whole Amy Belair episode because we were on our best behavior with the magical Canadian goddess.
Nice.
So she watched the whole thing. But yeah, no, I'd love for you guys to come here. I mean, I felt like it was a complete missed opportunity in February with the Super Bowl being in town. Like we were gonna, like the stars aligned and everything, and it just,
Corona.
Corona.
We'll make it down there. Like I said, I'm not going to visit the in-laws without coming out and saying hey.
Where are they?
They're in where are they? They're in Saint something. They're near Orlando.
Oh, it's like St. Cloud.
It's not St. Cloud. It's somewhere close. My wife's going to listen to
They
this.
don't live
and
in
be
the
like,
villages, do they?
The villages is over here. We got this massive like nudist colony for like 55 and up. It's called the Villages, and all they do is just do coke and fucking like just bang
Have
each
sex?
other. It's like the STD capital of Florida.
It's a 55 plus nudist colony.
Yes.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah. When you get a chance, Google the Villages, Florida.
But don't eat before you do it.
What'd you say?
Don't eat before you do it.
What is it called? The
'Cause you'll
Villages?
vomit.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find some good stories. We've had some
had a
Florida
couple.
stories on there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the best was when your dad was like, "I've got friends. They live in the Villages." Like, oh shit.
My dad, I'm like, whoa, bro, what are you doing?
Because her dad is like conservative. I'm like, they didn't tell you what they do there, did they?
Yeah, my dad's
Oh.
very conservative.
What is this? It's not advertised as a nudist place.
Oh, but that's all they do. I promise you, that's all they
Maybe
do.
it says clothing optional.
Meth. Oh no, you know
Who
what?
doesn't say that either?
You know what? I'm thinking. I'm conflating two things. Well, Caliente is up there too, and that's a nudist.
Oh, that's the nudist
That's the straight
colony.
nudist colony. The Villages is the unofficial.
They just
That's
got their
just the
dicks hanging
55 and
out.
up throwdown. They just do fucking meth and have goddamn orgies. And
Is it coke or meth? Come on, man.
all of them. Equal opportunity.
Oh yeah, now I'm seeing the stories.
You guys want to take a quick break, and we
Sure.
can bring some messages from our inner circle friends, and you can make a new drink.
Yes, I'll make some drinks.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What up, this is DJ Century.
And I am the homie Casual.
And we're the hosts of the Hood Downer Podcast.
Yeah, baby. And you are tuned into HTNOS, the hashtag No Offense Show, the Duchess, the Lunchbox, the homie Chris, Big Chris. Chris, Century loves you, bro.
Heart hands. Sunset heart hands.
Only on the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
Order up. Order up.
These are my closest confidants. These are my friends. This is my inner circle. We are the inner circle, baby. No matter who thinks they're in charge around here, we're in charge now.
All right, here we are in the second half, back again with Mykie Trudel of the Failing Hollywood Podcast. I have some questions backed up, Mike. Do you want to do some listener questions with us before we get back into the movie shit?
He doesn't have a choice because he's frozen.
Oh, he's frozen. Look at that. Well, you know what? The first one is for you specifically anyway. So I'll read that for you, lovely Duchess.
Okie dokie.
It says, my maid of honor got a tattoo of a constellation that is the theme for my wedding next year. We've been planning the wedding for months now. I find this insensitive. Am I overthinking it? What would you do, Lindsay? Before you answer, I have a fucking question about the question. What the fuck does that mean, the constellation for the theme of my wedding? Am I that far removed from, like, normal life that I don't know?
I don't know what that means either.
Like, one, I don't know.
I don't get it.
Like, a wedding theme, I kind of understand. I would never really, like, go down that road personally, but, like, I get it. Like, you want to, like, I don't know, have Eiffel Towers and shit and call it France or whatever. Like, I understand.
But what kind of constellations you go
Yeah.
with? Orion's Belt, the Big Dipper? Like, I just...
The Big Dipper.
She got the Big Dipper tattooed or something?
I don't understand. I mean, like, I don't mean to laugh, but, like, I don't understand what you're trying to say here. Like, are you, like, fucking super spiritual? Like, are you, like, woo-woo and shit? Like, because, I mean, I'm woo-woo. I'm with you. But I don't understand about the constellation. So
I feel that, I don't know, the maid of honor is getting a tattoo for her wedding, I feel is sweet.
I don't think it's for her wedding. I think she's getting it.
Oh, I see.
She's saying that they were planning their shit, and then I think what she's insinuating is that she saw it and then took it.
I see.
Kind of like how you got bent out of shape when you told one of your friends that you were going to name your first kid Logan, and then she had a kid before you and named her kid Logan and took your story.
She did take my story.
Dutch used to know this girl, right?
What was the story?
Dude, well, I'll let you tell it. You tell it. It's your story.
I was friends with this girl when I worked at the bank, and we were talking, and Chris and I have been together, I don't know, like 6 years or something like that. It was a while. Might have been a little longer than that.
It was like 2003.
So we had went and saw X-Men, and Wolverine's
like
name
the OG X-Men
was Logan. And I was like, I really love that name. I said, if I have a boy, I'm going to name him Logan. So I told her the story. Bitch got hooked up with one of his buddies, had a kid, named him Logan, and then told the same story about how she named him after Wolverine.
That's like some single white female shit. That's like, I want to be you. I'm going to take your life. I want to be you.
I was like, what? And it's funny because the brother that hooked up with this chick, the wife of the other brother is the one that told me that she told the story. So I know it wasn't like, this other brother's wife, her and I aren't like friends like that. So I know that she hadn't heard it from anybody else. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's crazy. I don't.
Yeah.
I
think it's shitty.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a non-issue.
I mean, maybe if they're best friends, maybe they had a connection with the constellation. Maybe Lindsay's being insensitive and saying, "Hey, this was our best friend thing, but now I'm going to make my wedding about it because he's my new best friend."
Damn, you just added a new layer. I don't think it's all of that. I think you're putting words in people's mouths.
I mean, I don't know what the constellation means to the maid of honor. Maybe it means
a lot to get the Big Dipper tattooed right on my fucking rib cage. Okay, I want everyone to know I like Big Dippers. That's what this bitch is saying. I like the big fucking dipper. The bigger the dipper, the better.
Got it.
Right, Mike?
Sexy.
I don't feel like I answered the question very well, though. But I mean,
I don't understand the question.
I feel like if it bothers her, then she should talk to her about it. But she's already done it, so I guess it wouldn't matter if she talked to her about it or not, because it's fucking done. Is this going to ruin your friendship now? I hope not.
Yeah, or your wedding or anything. I mean,
are you not going to be the maid of honor no more? Because I remember when I was in my friend Elena's wedding, and there was a lot of contention between the maid of honor and everybody else. So, I mean, being a maid of honor is very important, and it could ruin everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
I couldn't think of a good word.
Well, the situation that you're referring to, I mean, like, that woman was a monster. So, I mean,
no, I know, but it just sucks to be like best friends with somebody, and then this big day of your life just only for it to be like ruined by bickering and bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't have that. My best man was Nicholas Smickless, and I still talk to him. I played fucking Xbox with him last night.
I don't talk to my maid of honor.
I mean, people say he's an imaginary person, so whatever. I mean, that's easy to do, I guess.
My maid of honor was his girlfriend at the time, and we don't talk no more because they broke up.
Yeah.
And then my sister's like, I should have been your maid of honor.
That was a point of contention, too.
What?
That you, like, your choices, like, you picked the wrong person, you know? And
well, I wasn't even at her wedding, so I wasn't in the wedding party.
If you could send one piece of technology back in time to make the biggest impact, where would you send it and why? And that's from Leo.
That's a good question.
Now, I don't understand. There's loopholes to this too, because like, say, I'm gonna fucking
the World Almanac.
Well, that's what I'm like. Say you're gonna like. Well, the obvious answer is like, I'd send an iPhone back. Well, you send an iPhone back and it doesn't have service, so it doesn't do anything. Like, is that the loophole, or is it like, or is that the stipulation, or is it like, no,
so
everything's gonna
Wi-Fi
work?
Back.
Like Wi-Fi technology?
Yeah, because you're like, if I send a phone back,
no
it ain't gonna
computer
work.
though.
Fucking Google shit.
No, I think what you're saying is like the instructions on how to create Wi-Fi. Oh well, yeah, but there's no computers, so what are you going to hook it to? That's
right.
Well, computers were already there.
Well,
it depends on how far back.
How far back? Yeah, the point in time, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
So if you go back to green screen, but then the technology from the computers that were in that time frame wouldn't be able to hold up to the Wi-Fi.
I would send cars to Genghis Khan so that he could take over the world with cars like Mad Max and
just going to say sending cars would be the coolest thing.
Yeah, because I mean they killed a third of the world's population on horseback. So imagine what they would have fucking done in cars like Mad Max gangs, dude. Genghis Khan would have been coming over the hill and the clearings, and you just see a cloud of dust and a bunch of fucking Mustangs coming down on you, and goddamn 1100. That would have been some shit. That's what I say.
I don't think you have
Genghis Khan is a very
interesting choice.
Yeah,
but when you're on horseback, you have more
mobility.
Yeah.
What if you got T-tops? What if you're driving like Thunderbirds and you could take the T-tops off and your passenger can stand up and like shoot the bow and arrow out the thing?
Okay, well that might make sense, but they can also be on the back of your horse and shoot a bow and arrow.
Yeah, but then there's the other thing though. It's the same. It's the iPhone argument, because the cars would need gas and there's no fossil fuels or anything back then. So like, how are you going to make the cars go unless they just have infinite gas?
Maybe it's a package deal. Whatever you send back in time,
like
is
it just works.
Deal.
It's just going to work.
You're going to have what you need.
You send the car, and then in the glove box, there's a little tag that says, "Hey, if you want to find what runs this, dig a hole in the ground, and that oily shit, yeah, put that in.
That's a good idea. You put Easter
But maybe
eggs.
be a little bit, be more a little bit specific than how I just explained it. But yeah, like that.
There's a treasure map and shit.
Oh,
Dig by the X.
Yeah, I'm with that. That's an interesting question. Thank you, Leo. And then we just got a message that said, you guys have a great show. Fuck the haters. And I'm not sure if it's Jesus or Jesus. I'm going to say it's Jesus. And that's a sign from God that we have a good show. Fuck the haters. I don't know what haters they're referring to either. But
well, because they hate me because I'm cringy.
I was going to say maybe he's a few episodes
My one
behind
hater.
and heard your 1-star review.
Maybe.
Thank you, Jesus.
I'm cringy.
She's very cringeworthy.
Because I say pussy.
Who wrote the 1-star review? Did you ever figure that out?
Nah, I don't know. Somebody I don't know.
Oh, man.
No idea. Have you ever been moved so much by something to like go and like write about it like that?
No, I heard that episode too, and I'm not one who goes on to write negative. Like it has to be like so bad or something that like I won't even write a negative Yelp review unless they've like attacked me personally. You know what I mean?
I'm the same way. I never write bad reviews. I order stuff off Amazon. I'm like, man, this shit sucks, but I would never write about it.
Well, I guess you gotta inform other people.
Like the pool vacuum.
Yeah, that pool vacuum fucking
Oh,
sucks.
well, how much did you spend for this pool vacuum?
$80. So it wasn't.
How much are they usually?
I don't know, but then
it was on sale from $200, so that shows you. But now we spent $400 on one.
I was going to say that one, that one shit the bed. Now we spent the $400.
Yeah, and this one's fine. Looks like a little manta ray in the bottom of the pool.
Have you seen anything new? We checked out Godzilla vs. Kong last night on our projector in the backyard.
Oh, dope! I got one of those too. No, I haven't seen that. I'm kind of waiting to go back to the movie theaters now that they're like open again. I want to see that Bob Odenkirk. What is it? Nobody or?
You're gonna have to
you guys
explain.
seen
I don't know what that is.
It's basically Bob Odenkirk. You know him as Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. Yeah, he's pretty much like Liam Neeson in Taken.
Oh.
Like it's just the first time you watch the trailer, I think it's called Nobody. He's like the biggest fucking badass ever, and he's killing motherfuckers and breaking necks, which is awesome because he does not at all look like that type of character. I don't think I've ever seen him in an action movie, to be honest with you.
He looks like someone's going to do your taxes.
His name's Usopp.
Exactly.
His name's what?
Usopp in the movie.
His name's Usopp.
That loser from fucking One Piece.
Well, I know who Usopp is. That's his name. You talking crazy. Godzilla vs. Kong was awesome. You should check it out if you got HBO Max. I want to see it on a big screen in like an IMAX too, just because like it's that type of movie. But I mean, like it's fucking dope, dude, and it's creatured as fuck. Like they're in Antarctica, they're fucking interdimensional. They're doing all kinds of creature shit. I was like, damn, this is awesome. I thought I was gonna enjoy it because I like. They're in Antarctica. Yeah, they had to go into Hollow Earth, dude.
If you watch King of the Monsters, the Godzilla movie before this one, they're breeding all of them, like Mothra. It's Titans. They call them the Titans. So it's Mothra, Ghidorah. All of them guys are like frozen in the ice in Antarctica, and then they all like break free and like fight. And then at the end, Godzilla bows to everybody. And then now it's Godzilla vs. Kong. But the only reason why they were fighting is because I don't want to ruin the movie.
Yeah,
never mind. It's really good. The fight scenes are awesome.
I thought I was gonna like it. I liked all these new Godzilla and King Kong movies, so like I assumed I was gonna like it, but I didn't expect to see that like the actual story was gonna be cool too. Like I thought the fucking story was dope, and then like dude, he had slight spoiler alert, he had a fucking axe, and the blade of the axe was one of the blades on Godzilla's back. And he's swinging that bitch around, and it was all electrically charged and shit.
It was radiation.
Radiation. Dude, it was fucking dope, dude.
Lucas made it like halfway through the movie. Then he's like, can you duck me in? Because you have to wait till it gets dark to watch it. So
it's true.
He was
it was kind of a windy night last night, too, so it was giving hell on the projector screen.
He was so angry.
I was very upset.
He's like, this isn't going to work. This is bullshit.
I was very
This
upset.
letter sucks.
Do you have like an actual projector screen or?
We got an actual screen, but like we hang it on our pool cage. So like we run rope through the holes in that, and like we hang it up when we're going to use it, and then we take it back down when we're done. So like it's like a whole thing to get it up. And I'm like, this is going to be way more fucking hassle than it's worth. It's fucking windy outside. And it didn't. It took longer.
That's because it was windy. I had to like wrap rope around the bottom part and put it over pavers and stuff, so it would like weigh it down. Like, I mean, it was a lot, but it was only because it was windy. But it ended up being still cool.
It was a good movie. I
You watched
highly
Dr.
recommend it.
Dolittle on it last week. That was good too.
Dude, I was in tears when you guys were going over like all the bad movies.
The Razzies?
Yeah. And Doolittle was leading the category for everything.
No.
Like it was like the most nominated bad movie for like the Razzie Awards. And I'm like, that's what she made me fucking watch in the yard last week. She made me watch that piece of shit in the fucking yard on the projector.
I
think it got nominated for six Razzies.
I barely paid attention, to be honest with you. I was just out there to like be with her and the boys or whatever. It didn't seem that bad to me peripherally, but I mean, like, I don't know. I'm the kind of guy that even if a movie's bad, I'm not going to like, I've never walked out on a movie, you know, like I'll still watch it. Like it's whatever. Even if it's fucking bad, when it's over, I'll be like, man, that sucked. Whatever. I won't watch it again, but it's fine. I can be entertained, you know?
Yeah. I'm not. I don't think I'll ever walk out of a movie. Like it has to be pretty fucking bad. I've shut off movies before that I've tried. Like usually, if it doesn't sell me within the first 10 minutes, I can shut it off pretty easily. But it's not going to be bigger movies. Like Mank, I wasn't able to get into at all.
Which one?
Mank.
Mank. I didn't even,
yep. Mank.
I don't even know, dude. I don't even know about that shit.
The only movie I've ever walked out on was You've Got Mail. My dad took me to see it. My dad took me to see it, and it was so fucking boring. I think I was like, I don't know, middle school or something.
Why would your father take you to see that?
We asked to go see it.
Did you tell him? He was like,
I'm like,
this is Sleepless
sucks.
in Seattle, Dad. It's just a cash grab. The same actors are even
No,
back.
I didn't know what it was. I'm just like, I like Tom Hanks. I'll go see it. So, and then it was like 10 minutes
to be
in.
like 13. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
probably.
I like Tom Hanks.
I did like Tom Hanks.
Your dad walked out too?
Well, yeah, he drove me.
I'm going to wait outside, Dad.
Oh my god, dude!
I'm like, we could go. This movie sucks.
You're ridiculous.
I still ain't seen it.
But HBO.
I love what I hear about people who walked out of movies. They're like, "Oh yeah, I went up and I asked for my money back." Like,
no, I'm like, this is a bad choice on my part. I deserve to lose my money. It was just bad.
I'd never be that person. I miss going to the movies, though. I was going to ask you, as somebody in the industry, how do you feel about the new releases coming available on streaming like this? Like the Godzilla coming, in theaters and available on streaming. Like, does that... Do you see that being like something that's going to take hold, or the movie experience is always going to be there and people are going to go back?
Oh, yeah.
I think the movie experience will always be there. I don't mind that it's on HBO Max or whatever, because honestly, like movies like King Kong or whatever, I'm not going to see that in theaters probably ever. You know what I mean? But if it's on HBO Max, I'll probably see it. You know what I mean? When I'm flipping through on a Saturday night, but that's not a movie that I'll ever like set out to go see.
Oh shit, I
theaters.
would.
I don't see you as a real big like summer blockbuster popcorn movie guy anyway. Like that type of shit.
You think he's watching silent films and shit?
He is. He's watching silent films from France.
That's what Mank is. Like that's back to Mank or whatever. Have you guys ever seen Citizen Kane? Supposedly the best movie of all time.
No.
That 40s movie.
No.
That they reference it in every single fucking TV show. Like
I've
Family
heard
Guy
of
is
it.
referencing it all the time.
Sure.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's what Mank. So, anyways, Citizen Kane, super, super, super boring movie. Like incredibly boring. Sure, the story's good. Mank is about the guy that wrote Citizen Kane writing Citizen Kane.
Ugh.
So it's a boring movie about a guy writing a boring movie, and it's all in black and white.
Dude,
so
who greenlights these
thanks.
projects, man? Who greenlights this
I mean,
I
stuff?
think people just see
these
those...
artistic
Yeah,
these artistic fucking movies are like, it's because these are what wins Academy Awards. Like most of the Academy Award nominated movies are not good movies. Like one of the biggest one that's winning awards right now is Nomadland. That was a fucking trash movie. It was not good. There was no story there. It was boring. Like, and it didn't depict van lifers at all. It pissed me off. And they're winning everything.
Because nobody really probably knows that, and people probably think, wow, this is an accurate representation of the subject here, and they really captured it.
even so, though, it's boring and it doesn't have an ending. Like, oh, it's Frances McDormand, or she's a good actress, or whatever. They made it on a penny. Oh, there's a female director. That's so we have to give the Academy Award to her. You know?
For Wonder Woman.
There it is.
That movie was
Yeah.
bullshit. I feel like movies like that, people watch them. It's like the people that eat the stinkiest cheese just because it's the most expensive. It's like
Shout out Adam Simmons.
You know, it's just like you see it so you can say that you've seen it. And that you could like try to talk about it like you're fucking well-rounded or cultured or whatever the word is for it.
See,
Bullshit. I'm like, I'm gonna watch what I want to watch. I don't want to what I like to watch, not just because I want to fit in somewhere.
Or yeah, that's why I never really bought into like award shows. Like I never really got into it. Like you guys do the awards for the Inner Circle, and that's cool and everything, but like I never really would like raise my hand to jump in and contribute because I've never seen any of the movies that like are up for awards. They're never the movies that like I like. And that's
yeah.
I think that's probably representative for everybody that's not either a movie buff or B in the industry.
Kinda. I mean, I will say, like, I always try to watch. I mean, one for the doing the awards, but I always try to watch almost most of what's nominated because there's some gems in there. Like every year, like you get some like Promising Young Woman, fucking incredible. I mean, you guys will probably love that movie, and where you wouldn't really hear too much about it otherwise. You know what I mean? So there are a couple ones that pop up that are definitely watchable. And like I said, it's like you give it the 10-minute test and you can shut it off right away. Because a lot of those movies that were nominated, same thing. I just shut it off right away. But there are movies that are gems in there.
See, and I'm just like, I'm over here watching Disney shorts. Like they're going to be nominated for fucking, awards and shit. For like a, best non-popular writer or whatever. What is it?
For what?
Like those little Disney Pixar shorts that they make?
Like are you saying that's why you watch the awards to see?
No. I'm saying like those are the kind of movies that I feel are on them. Like those little short stories.
Oh. Well, because you have it in your mind that like everything at the Oscars is like a foreign subtitle film.
Yes.
And it's not the case, but the vibe is there. I see why you would think that.
Mm-hmm. It's all independence. Well, and then like, the guy you say in high school, they do little movies or whatever too and try to get on those tickets or whatever.
Were you guys the ones that, do you guys refuse to watch Parasite because it's all subtitles and stuff like that?
I'll watch a subtitle movie.
This has been such a
heard
hot
that
topic.
Movie's fucked up.
This has been such a hot topic with me and the anime lately because Kaz and I watch it dubbed because we multitask and our eyes aren't on the screen the whole time. Like we're not sitting down to watch it, so we might be doing something else and listening to it and looking up and whatever. And that's the whole rationale there. I'm not saying I wouldn't watch a movie with subtitles, but it's not my preference. And it's going way back to the beginning, the guy that makes the replica movie props, he recommended the movie Pan's Labyrinth to me when it first came out. He's like, dude, you would love this. Yeah. This is so awesome. And I turned it on and I watched the first 10 minutes or so and I thought maybe this is like, this is a scene, like they're gonna eventually move away from this, and when they didn't move away from it, I turned that bitch off, dude. And he was like, "Did you watch?" He asked me, he was like, "Did you ever end up watching it?" I'm like, "Dude, you didn't tell me it was. I had to fucking read it, dog. Like that's not what I'm sitting out to do. I'm trying to fucking chill out and watch a movie, man. Like I don't want to actively participate in that much of it. You know what I mean? Like I just want to be there."
They have dubbed versions of Pan's Labyrinth too.
Do they? I could never. At the time, I never went back to look, but at the time, I could never find one. Like it was just
that one's a deep movie too. You got to kind of like really get into it. Also,
oh really?
You can't be I mean, Pan's Labyrinth is not a movie that you should be multitasking while watching. You know what I mean? It takes some brain power.
Dog, unfortunately, that's just how it is anymore. Like.
Yeah.
When I'm really into something, I notice that's like when my phone's not in my hand or anything like that. But like more often than not, I'm fucking scrolling Facebook or I'm like looking up. I'll look back down. I'm checking Twitter. Or I'm doing whatever I'm doing, and like I'm there, but I'm not really there, kind of thing. I think that's most people nowadays.
Probably, but that's also what makes the going back to the theater experience. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you're not doing that.
Exactly.
If you're checking your phone and checking your Twitter in the movie theater, you're the asshole in the theater.
Well, there it's I'm paying a lot of money to be here, so I'm invested. When I get, when I pay $20 to watch Bill and Ted 3 on Amazon Prime, I'm like, I'm there for it, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's in my fucking house. I'm on the couch, dude. I'm in my underwear right now. Like, I don't really give a shit.
I think
which is what King Kong is to me. That's something I'll use my phone for.
We grew up watching that stuff. Like my dad, we always watched that, like the old Godzillas growing up, the black and white ones, and that's why I don't know. They just hold a special place for me.
Yeah, you look at it nostalgic almost for that reason. They're fun movies, and I was expecting to like it, like I said, but the fact that they like wove like all this Admiral Byrd, Antarctica, Operation High Jump, Hollow Earth, interdimensional shit into it, I was like fucking there for it. I'm like, that was a pleasant surprise. Like, holy shit, I'm not here for like I didn't think there was going to be all this. And at the risk of sounding creepy right now, how old is the kid from Stranger Things that's in that movie now? Is she 18?
Millie
Can I
Bobby
finally
Brown?
say she's fucking cute?
No, she's not.
God damn it. Let me
You
know
can
when
say she's cute doesn't mean you want to fuck her.
she's
She's cute.
when she's over 18, it's going to hold a little bit different value.
No, I'm pretty sure Drake already called dibs on that.
There was one girl that you're talking about. The bitch from Cobra Kai. You were like, how old? She was like 22, and you're like,
She ended
all
up
right.
being older, which you got to work with that kid on your last movie too, right? The main guy from Cobra Kai?
Oh yeah. Tanner's is his real name.
Was that Emmanuel?
Cool,
Which
what?
kid?
I thought it was. That's not who I was thinking. I thought was that Robbie in Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I thought it was Miguel.
That's what I was. What did I say his name?
Yeah, what'd you say? Tanner?
I don't remember.
No, he said Tanner.
No, I said something else. But I thought that dude from Cobra Kai, he looks just like a writer from Boy Meets World.
He kind of does.
Mikey might be too young for Boy Meets World.
No, that was in your wheelhouse.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, it definitely was.
That was in your wheelhouse. You know what? That's a quick side thing too. You sent me that thing about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch shrimp tails.
Oh yeah.
A couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. The guy who reported that is Topanga from Boy Meets World's boyfriend.
No way.
Yeah, like she was on there fucking tweeting about all the shrimp tail shit too. I was like, what are the odds? Now I'm thinking that's bullshit because like there's like a celebrity connection to that. Like you saw that story, right, with the shrimp tails and the cinnamon toast crunch.
And now the black things are like the fucking shrimp poop.
I get pissed off. I get pissed off when my pasta comes and the shrimp tails are on it, or like you get the soup with the fucking shrimp tails on it.
Off. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no reason to have shrimp and cinnamon toast crunch if that's true. Unless there's some disgruntled General Mills factory worker that's eating his lunch and is like, ha, fucking
might be
screw you kids, and throws his shit in a fucking thing.
The funniest part was like it's just a collection of sugar, and you can legit see like the exoskeleton of the shrimp tail.
Damn, the exoskeleton and all that.
Fuck off.
Mikey, have you got a chance to check out the Mighty Ducks on Disney Plus yet? Talking about Cobra Kai, I had the hot take, or maybe not so hot take, that this is Disney Plus's answer to Cobra Kai.
Interesting.
I like that Lorelai Gilmore's in it.
She's looking rough. The years have caught up.
The Mighty Ducks thing is available on Disney Plus now.
Yeah,
they have
it's a
series.
weekly. Yeah, I think they're on episode 2 or 3.
I didn't know they started airing.
Yeah, a couple weeks
there's
ago.
2.
A couple weeks ago.
Is it good?
We watched the first 2. I mean, I enjoyed enough to keep watching it, but it's the same premise of like you get into episode 1 and like the Ducks, it's like they're the 10-time state champion now, and they're like the powerhouse team, and they're all the dickheads. And
the coach of the Mighty Ducks looks exactly
Emilio
like
Estevez.
the kid.
He's there.
No, well, he owns the ice rink or whatever. But the coach for the Mighty Ducks looks like the kid that came from Sweden in the original movies.
In Mighty Ducks 2, the one from the Iceland
that
team.
might be fucking him.
No, he looks younger than that, but I see what you mean. Like they resemble.
I don't look like I'm almost 40. At least that's what I get told anyway.
No, but it's the same vibe. Like the Ducks are the asshole team now, and like the regular kids getting cut, and like that's the whole thing. Like they want to just like be kids and have fun, so they're going to start their own team, and then they go to the ice rink, and Emilio Estevez is like the old like drunk dude that like like he's just running the ice rink, kind of like
I hate hockey,
kind of like Johnny from fucking Cobra Kai. Is just like why are you talking to me? Get the fuck away. But I think if they're going for that, where they're gonna get hamstrung is because they don't have the ability to do like the R-rated or flirt with the R shit like Cobra Kai does.
I don't think that they should have tried to make the same kids on the team because obviously the goalie looks just like Goldberg from the original movie.
He does.
He's like the same type of build, same type of ethnicity, like everything's the same. And then the main character is definitely like the Charlie, where the mom's a single mom and all that stuff. So it's like, I feel like they should have just made like a whole new thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like I said, it's interesting enough to me to where I'll keep watching it.
Lorelai Gilmore and Emilio Estevez finna fuck.
We'll watch it.
Huh?
I said I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, it's got a couple episodes out already. You can get a good feel for it.
There's a girl that totally LARPs and that wants to play and... It's just, it's cute.
It's with the kid from Good Boys, right?
Who is that?
You guys ever watch Good Boys? It's like the Seth Rogen produced movie with the kids that are getting too out of hand and saying fuck a lot.
I remember when that was coming out, and I don't think I ever caught it.
Oh, okay. I think the main actor was one of the main kids in that.
Oh, okay. What a fucking reference, dude. Look at you.
That's because he's in the industry, bro.
I'm in the industry. Hey, I know we spoke beforehand, Mykie, and you do the movie quote game on your show. Did you prepare some movie quotes for us tonight? You want to run through with that?
Well, I'll give you the movies. You guys got to give me the quotes.
All right, I'm gonna suck at this.
Yeah, see, that's so funny because he was like, "Yeah, I'll put together some quote that movie for you guys. I have a feeling Dutch is going to be great at that." And I was like, "I have a feeling you're wrong, sir."
It depends on the movies.
We went to sit down when it came out a few weeks ago. I sat her down. I was like, "Let's watch the new Coming to America," and she's like, "Okay." And we're putting it on, and I'm talking about it, and I'm talking about the old one, and then she's just kind of looking at me like, "Fake it till I make it" kind of thing. She's like, she's like,
I know
what?
It's like a big deal. It's like a big movie, and I'm like, I've never seen.
Finally, I asked. I was like, "Have you ever seen the old one?" And she was like, "No."
I know Eddie Murphy's in it.
I said, "What the fuck, for real?" So then we never watched the new one. We put on I made her watch the old one, and then I was like, "We'll watch the new one." Then we never got back to it.
It's like Mufasa was in it.
The fucking old one is so good. I'm like, you have to check this shit out, dude. You got to watch this shit.
It was pretty good.
I thought that though, because I was like, that's like a classic ass movie, and he's like, "I think Dutch is gonna do great." And she's like, she don't even see like major mainstream fucking things.
We were watching Goodfellas and Bronx Tale. We were watching Coming to America.
It's one of the best comedies of all time, I think. Actually,
it's pretty good.
The first, it's really funny, man. That they go and they turn like the I don't know. This is the production kind of person in me, but like the Russians of that shitty apartment that they move into throughout the movie is like, I think one of my favorite parts of the movie. Like ends with like the hot tub that they have set up in the whole entire thing,
all the neon and everything.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Eddie Murphy playing the old Jewish man in the barbershop, dude. Like, you don't even know that's him. Like,
no, I didn't know that was like fucking whatever the other movies he did.
But yeah, not like Nutty Professor.
Yeah,
where he
like
plays
I had no idea. None.
It's good shit, man. That's back when they.
And the other was Arsenio Hall. He plays half of the characters in that too.
Yeah, I mean, any movie that opens with tits in the first 3 minutes is a good movie.
Yeah.
So
the royal penis is clean. Sir.
It's great.
Unfortunately, I do not have that movie.
Good, because I wouldn't get that one anyway.
And she just saw it.
If the movies are all Jaws, I'll win.
She likes what she likes. What can I say?
Yeah. Which one of you wants to go first? I'll give you a minute and a half to try to give you a little bit of leeway here.
I'll go first.
You can pass if you don't know too.
Okay.
And you can double down. So before I move on to the next one, you can say
I want to do another
double
one.
down.
Okay.
Yeah, you could just say another movie quote from the same movie. So you can do 2 of them if you want.
Okay. Well, he can recite whole movies, so.
Do you keep track of like who's like the reigning champ on this? Because I feel like I crushed it when I was in New Hampshire with you.
What was your number?
I think 8 or 9.
Yeah, you're probably up there. I think 8 or 9 is the highest that I think at one time, I don't remember who it was, but somebody made it to 10 one time.
No
but
shit.
It was
okay.
you were kind of
liberal. You were kind of liberal with me though. Like if Freddie was there, I don't think he would have given me a couple of.
Because you weren't word for word. You were kind of like
just like yeah. Like it wasn't like I'm gonna give you a loose synopsis of the scene I'm trying to quote. Like sometimes happens, but like I think like it was 28 days, and I was like, gotta run faster or something. You're like, yeah, I'll give it to you. Fuck it.
I wouldn't know anything. 28 days.
Yeah. You gotta give some leeway somewhere. It depends on what the movie is, like, because yeah, you know what I mean. There's some gimmies, you know.
My favorite is the Mike Wazowski conspiracy, where like every time Monsters Inc. comes up, then someone's like Mike Wazowski, like it doesn't count. It's just his name. It doesn't count. But she says it. It doesn't matter.
I'm watching you.
There you go. That's all you have
go.
to do.
That would be better. Yeah, you can do this. Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I thought I just went. Okay, I'm ready. I'm kidding.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. The Simpsons movie.
Oh no, we're gonna need a bigger donut.
Groundhog's Day.
This again?
Star Trek.
Peace and love.
Peace and love, she says.
Prosperity and space time.
Peace and love.
Braveheart.
Ah!
E.T.
Phone home?
Mm-hmm.
Extra
The Sixth Sense.
The Sixth Sense? I see dead people.
Shrek.
Oh, shit. Why would I not know anything from Shrek? This is my home. Get the fuck out of here. All you people. All you fucking puppets. Get the fuck out of here. This is my swamp. Roar.
Austin Powers.
Yeah, baby.
Kings of New York.
Oh, shit. You like my shank, bitch? It's going in your asshole.
Is that real?
No.
Wayne's World.
Party time. Excellent. Woo, woo, woo. Are you supposed to be doing some of these?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you got time.
Grease.
It's Grease Lightning.
Silence of the Lambs.
I'll eat your liver with some onions and fava beans.
Spider-Man.
Mary Jane, kiss me and suck my dick. What's wrong with you?
Time. Okay, so we have some questionable ones to talk about here.
I think I got like 2.
Go to the judges to decipher the nonsense. Like some of them you said with such conviction too, which is one of her best qualities. Like she says wrong information with such conviction that she makes me think that like she's right, and she has no like she knows herself she's wrong. Some of those you said, I'm like, is that real?
I think I got like 2. I probably got The Silence of the Lambs. I know I got.
Silence of the Lambs, I think, was questionable too. But you went pretty deep, so I'll give you the Silence of the Lambs.
Okay. But doesn't he ever...
Grease?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Grease Lightning?
Yeah, it's the song they sing.
Yeah, I know.
She said it like Vinnie Barbarino, though. She said, Grease Lightning.
I'm pregnant. How about that? Does that count? I'm pregnant.
It's outside the parameters. The clock has stopped, madam.
Yeah, I'm going to give you Grease Lightning just because Wayne's World you definitely got. So Party Time, excellent. That's Gangs in New York.
I would have.
I don't know.
Oh no, that wasn't real,
dude. I wouldn't have got off Wayne's World. I would have been like double down, blah blah blah, double down, blah blah blah, double down.
I know, because you can say the whole movie.
Austin Powers, you got Shrek. You may have been a little bit off with some of the lines, but you went so deep. I'll give you Shrek.
I got the gist of it.
She was blended table read with
Get the fuck out of here, Pinocchio!
Oh, you puppets in my swamp. This is my house.
Fuck off.
Sixth Sense. Yep, you got that one. I See Dead People. E.T.
No. I know he liked was it Reese Pieces?
He said phone home.
I know, but I don't think that they say that.
Yes, he does. He says E.T. phone home, finger lights up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you get that one. Braveheart, I'm not giving you because
That's when they're charging. I don't.
Star Trek, I don't think I can give you because it's live long and prosper.
That's what it was.
What'd you
Space
say?
and prosperity.
Would you say
Nanu.
peace and love, man?
Nanu.
She made hippie Star Trek. Peace and love, man.
Groundhog's Day.
Would you say this again?
Shinigan. That's wrong.
I don't think you get that one.
No, I'd agree with you.
And then the Simpsons movie.
Nope. I don't know. I've watched that movie. I know Spider Pig. Pig.
That's the
doing
one.
everything
Yep.
a Spider
That's
Pig
the
does.
fucking one. Why didn't you say that?
Because it was the first one, and my mind was like, "What donut?"
But you said it though. The way you said it, I was like, "Is that wrong?"
They might have said it in the movie. I don't know.
You did really good.
I did okay.
You got 7.
7. Ooh.
Pressure's on. The heat is on.
I don't agree with
Heat
it.
is on.
I don't agree with it. All right, shake it out. Game face.
Okay, let me. We're towards the end of the page, so I want to make sure my flip is quick. Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hello.
Scarface.
Say hello to my little friend.
Rambo.
I'm just trying to get home.
Iron Man.
Iron Man?
Yep.
I am Iron Man.
Signs.
Fuck, I love that movie.
Yes, you do.
Swing Away.
There you go.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pass.
Jurassic Park.
Life Finds a Way.
Snakes on a Plane.
Tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Lethal Weapon.
Oh, shit, pass.
I wouldn't know that one either.
Idiocracy.
Pass.
Lion King.
All the land that the light touches is your kingdom.
Close enough. Bad Boys.
Bad Boys for Life.
Exorcism.
Furiously stabbing my vagina with a crucifix.
That's The Exorcist.
Oh, whatever.
Biodome.
Oh, nice.
Fuck. Pass.
Fast and Furious.
Live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Time.
Mine were way
Okay.
funnier.
Yeah, but I beat you. I beat you though. I know I beat you.
I don't play to win, bitch. I play to have fun.
I don't play to win. You're on the Don't Bothers. You're not on the Mighty Ducks.
I'm on Team Fun.
You got Bad Boys. Lion King, you were close enough. Snakes on a Plane, definitely. Jurassic Park, I'd say yes at the last minute. Signs, yeah. I'm not giving you Iron Man.
But he says it. He comes out at the press conference. He says, "I am Iron Man." What the fuck, dog?
I saw that's the fucking song. I am Iron Man.
That's bullshit. I'm appealing to the judges. This is like the fucking winner circle all over. These are just mountain questions. You're just a fucking conspiracy to get me to lose.
Rambo.
That's what he sounds like.
I'm just trying to go home.
I'm not going to give a pass on that one.
That's
Scarface, yes, and I will give you Mrs. Doubtfire just because that's iconic.
Yeah.
I don't know why you didn't double down. You were like, it was run by Fruity.
Yeah, same fucking scene too.
Yeah, it was run by Fruity.
But it's so fucked up because some of those you haven't seen for so long that it's like, shit, what do they say?
Mrs. Doubtfire is iconic.
But you're like, I know, like I've seen it, but like I couldn't tell you anything.
Right, like Groundhog Day. I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah.
You got 8. You beat her by 1.
Yeah, well, you still don't win because I had more fun, so you're still a loser.
It's my life. This is my life.
It's wonderful, isn't it? I make it so great.
So
great.
if you enjoyed the Name That movie, check out Failing Hollywood. They do it every week. I play along. Sometimes I do great. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, dude. If I was on there this time, I would eat shit. Dude.
Like this time?
No, this time I did perfect. I did perfect.
No, you missed like 4.
I did fine. I did fine. I did fucking fine.
Fine, don't cut it, bitch.
We're running long on time, but do you guys want to hit some Florida stories? I think I got some quick ones.
Okay.
Woo, doggy. Hey, Beatrice.
Yeah?
Get your ass in here. These no offense boys about to do welcome to Florida again.
Let me grab the natty.
Oh, shit, and I thought my family was fucked up.
So each and every week, What the Fuck Florida is sponsored by Ohfishl.com. Rooted in hip-hop, Ohfishl, the streetwear company, creating high-quality t-shirts, hats, and jewelry at an affordable price, featuring recreation of classic hip-hop and sports logos as well as original designs. There's something at Ohfishl for all tastes. Check out Ohfishl.com, that's spelled OHFISHL, and use code HTNOS to save 25% on your order of beautiful handcrafted t-shirts, hats, and jewelry. Ohfishl Clothing.
Live by your own rules, bitch.
Damn, those drinks are coming back, aren't they?
Let me crunch my ice.
Well, I mean, Ohfishl, sponsored by the Hood Diner, always throws it back to you. He says that, you know what? Here's the thing too. I'm gonna pop some illusions here. He always gives you credit.
Really?
Yeah, he always says, Duchess said that I sound like I was sucking dick on Mike.
True.
Did you say that?
Yeah, when he was eating gummy bears.
I don't think you did. I don't think that was you that said that.
Oh no, well, I've heard it so much I think I did say it.
Okay, well then I guess that this is null and void. You've taken over that quote.
Is that Kaz?
Yeah, Kaz still they used to eat a lot on Mike, and I think they were eating like gummies or something.
It was definitely gummies.
It was gummies or something. They were like, I didn't think it was you, but maybe it was you. And
it sounds like something I would say.
He always brings it up. Like he's like, we don't eat on Mike anymore. That's why we started doing something new before the show now, because Duchess said we sound like we suck dick, and we don't suck dick. So
yeah,
well, not on
he's
the
always
show anyway.
He's the biggest stickler about eating on. I mean, other than producer Nick, I'd say.
Shout out, Kaz. Love you, bro.
So and I picked a couple of these stories because I knew you were going to be here, and I feel like this is we can take some leaps and resurrect an old failing Hollywood segment, Movie in a Jar.
Oh,
because I
liked that segment.
Yeah, but it was definitely a way to flex that creative muscle that I know you have.
I did terrible when we did it.
I think I remember you did.
I was so bad. I have no creativity because I'm just always focused on what I need to do. I'm not creative at all.
That's not true.
Once the new studio's done, I think we might start pulling that out a little bit more. I don't think it's going to be an every week thing, but like once in a hot while when we have guests back, because that was a fun guest game.
Yeah,
it's fun. With the more people, the better. I think on
Absolutely.
that. Same with table read too. I mean, like when you guys do that, which by the way, you fucking were blowing my mind with Ferris Bueller, because like you're going so deep into this scene, and I'm like, that's not how it goes. Like I've seen this movie fucking 1,000 times, and there's none of this. Like you got dude, like the rough draft, dude. we
go with original script, and the original script of Ferris Bueller, they had 3 brothers and sisters in the original script, which is fucking wild.
Yeah, you were talking about like other kids in the doorway, and then like some of the shit he was saying. I was like, I mean, like it's cool to hear like where they were originally, but I'm like, I'm so glad they like cut it the way they did. Like this is why editing is a thing. Like holy shit, can you imagine if this was the actual movie? Like goddamn, that would suck.
Yeah, we go raw with those. John Hughes is known for that type of shit though. Like nothing ends up coming out of the script. We got to do Home Alone. I bet you Home Alone would be a fun one to read and see.
For that reason, to see where it was.
Changed.
Yeah. Well, the first Florida story I got for you, we're in Delray Beach, where a naked woman was rescued from a Florida sewer after drivers drove by and heard her screaming.
Wow.
I feel like half of these stories, they're always naked.
Gotta be. It's fucking hot here, Mike. I mean, you're in California. You know, we live in beautiful weather. I mean, like sometimes you just take your clothes off. Drugs, substances are involved. You take your clothes off.
Especially if you're homeless, man.
Especially if you're homeless, you take your clothes off.
How's she gonna cool down?
How's she gonna cool down, Mike?
And then the way your clothes don't stink. Because I'm sure that bitch stink.
Well, she was.
They're either naked or dicks are hanging out. That's about it.
Florida.
So it says a woman was rescued from a storm drain in Florida. She says she was lost for 3 weeks in the tunnels and survived on a can of ginger ale.
That's bullshit.
She was discovered by a woman who heard her screams while driving by the drain. The 43-year-old woman who was rescued is not officially being named because of concerns for her safety and mental health. The driver,
that's crazy. Can't live off fucking ginger ale, dummy. You need water, bitch.
The driver, who had her window down and heard screams, called the authorities to report the emergency after pulling over and seeing the woman naked 8 feet down in the bottom of the drain.
Ain't there a ladder?
I don't know. Apparently not. Dispatchers on the other end of the call sounded incredulous that somebody was stuck in the sewer.
What's incredulous mean? Angry?
Not believing.
Oh.
Skeptical.
Okay. Use not so big words next time.
Well, there's no need to get pedantic.
But what is?
The stricken person was rescued by an emergency crew using a ladder and a harness with onlookers who gathered cheering as she was saved. The rescuers held up sheets around the entrance to the drain to protect the woman's privacy.
Oh, that's why they were cheering. I'd be booing.
A spokesperson.
Put a bra on, bitch.
A spokesperson for Delray Beach Fire Rescue said that the woman sustained superficial injuries and she had been reported missing for 3 weeks earlier by her boyfriend in Palm Beach County. The woman later told officials that she was swimming in a canal when she noticed a door and entered it. She said that she eventually became lost.
That's a sewer drain.
She eventually became lost and ended up 3 miles away from where she first began, surviving on a can of ginger ale she discovered unopened along the way.
Gross.
Stick a pin. That's where I was like, okay, this sounds like a bad fucking movie. Like, who's swimming in a canal?
Oh, you mean like Crawl?
Sees the fucking door, and it's like, I'm going to go check this door out.
It's called a sewer drain. You ever seen those at the end of the ponds and shit?
Yes.
That's exactly what she did. Okay, well, if you walk a little further in, why don't you just turn around and walk back where you came from?
Like, I understand curiosity. So, yeah, maybe she did want to open it up and take a peek. Take a peek, see what it is or something. But, yeah, don't go in.
It wasn't a door.
No,
there's no. I mean, in her methed out mind, maybe it looked like a door.
This is Ninja Turtles 4. She was trying to become the first female Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
First, police are trying to determine if the woman was actually underground for 3 weeks.
No.
They say the health officials have consulted, believe it's more likely the woman was only in the sewer for 2 or 3 days. Quote, we don't feel like there was any crime committed, Ted White, a police spokesperson, said, but the biggest question is her story credible? Was she actually down there the whole time? That may end up being just a mystery.
She was sucking dick for sandwiches because you cannot live off of a can of ginger ale.
She found it unopened along the way, like when you're in a video game and you're just,
you mean in a
running
convenience store?
No, you're running low on health and you're in a video game and you're like, find a soda, back to full health. You know, like that's what she did.
If you were in the sewer for 3 weeks without food, you would be dead.
Is that how? Well, maybe she was like absorbing the nutrients from the feces.
No, ew. You can go 7 days at the most without water. 3 weeks.
I think it's what is it? It's 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, 3 months without something.
Shelter.
Dude, if any of us know, it would be you, motherfucker. Van life, mountain climbing, motherfucker.
Did you get a sticker that says hashtag van life to put on your van? You should make one.
You should. I'm sure people would buy it too.
I don't think I did.
Get yourself a cricket.
Dude, get merch.
Yeah, I should.
Dude, go merch, dude. I think people would buy that shit.
I'd buy it.
You don't have a van.
I'd support Mykie.
Our van. The van has a name. Our van is Vanley Kubrick.
After who?
Stanley Kubrick. After who? I don't know. The other fucking famous Kubrick.
I don't know any Kubricks.
I would have had to go Van Wilder.
Yeah, that was another option.
How about Van Halen?
There was
Van
over.
Halen.
I think,
smoking
yeah,
weed.
there was over 60 names submitted.
Really?
Yeah. Over 60 names submitted.
I put a posting on Facebook and people I think that was like my most interacted post that I've ever posted. Like everybody had like a thought. It's like Vanna White, Van Halen. There's so many Vans.
Mm-hmm.
Vans off the wall. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Panama City Beach. Florida man jumps from a hotel balcony, dies after parachute fails to open.
Why would you have a parachute?
This is another one. It's very short, so I'm going to need the two of you to create a narrative here and explain to me what he was doing.
Wormwood.
So The man, who appeared to be in his 20s, jumped from the 14th floor of the Sunrise Beach Resort in Panama City Beach on Sunday night, and his parachute did not open. Panama City Beach police were investigating the base jumping incident and have released very few other details. Base jumping stands for jumping from not planes but fixed locations, including buildings, antennas, spans, or earth. It has produced stunning online videos of people parachuting for buildings and wingsuit flyers zooming shockingly close to treetops, mostly recorded outside the United States.
14 floors isn't enough for your parachute to open. Of course it didn't open. You're falling too fast. There's not time.
Well, what about in The Hangover?
You have to be on the...
What about in The Hangover?
It's a fucking movie, Chris.
I understand that's what we're doing. We're creating a movie here. We don't know what happened.
That's not a movie. That's real life.
Well, that's real life.
You need to be at the top of the building.
So how tall was the casino in The Hangover?
More than 14.
Because Mr. Chow, he fucking jumped off with a parachute and fucking zipped through the goddamn Vegas Strip.
I guess like every story is like, what, 10 feet or something? 12, 13 feet?
I'd say probably 12, 13.
So it's like 140 feet, maybe 250 feet. You need to be like top of the building.
What say you, Michael?
I think you're 13 feet for a story is a lot. I think it's less than that.
I think it's less than that?
Fair. Think about it. 10 feet is,
it's a ceiling.
From your floor to your ceiling right now is probably, I'd say 9 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, but then in between the floors or maybe like, I don't know, piping and duct work and shit, you know?
Okay. Sure.
10 to
maybe.
13 feet, maybe.
I don't know.
So 140 feet, maybe 180 feet, whatever. That's not enough time. You're falling too fast.
I had this whole thing in my mind, this whole B movie where he was at the top floor of this resort doing like this big high. He
wasn't on the top floor. He was on the 14th floor.
14th. Well, maybe it was only 14 floors high. I don't fucking know. He was in this room doing this big time meth deal with some big time gangsters, and it went wrong, and he had to evacuate quickly, and he jumped out. That was.
I hope his name is Mr. Chow. Also,
that was my story. I don't know. It didn't say anything, but I thought it was fucking weird that someone's jumping off a goddamn balcony because it was just spring break here, so people get crazy.
That's not weird. They want to fucking be on TikTok and shit. It's dumb.
That's all jokes aside. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, it was somebody wanting to be internet famous. I'll tell you what though, like Lucas downloaded TikTok on my phone. I don't really look at it, but when I do scroll through it, it has so much fucked up stuff on there. Like
it's
one of the
algorithm.
videos.
Talk to Riley.
I don't look at anything.
Talk to Riley, dude. Riley only gets like homeless people TikToks.
Yeah, Jackie follows like jail talk or whatever. she's all, yeah. There's literally TikTok like channels of just like people in jail. They have the girls' prison one and then the guys' one. So they snuck in like contraband and they're all doing like TikTok videos and shit like that. And they're fucking hilarious.
We watched that show. There's a show on Netflix called Jailbirds, and they would get a phone, you remember? And they would put it in a bag and they'd send it up through the pipes. Like they would like share it between like floors and shit. Like that show was...
Yeah, they put stuff on string and then there'd be like shit on the string because it's going through the toilet.
That show was awesome,
dumb.
dude. I love that show. It was the female penitentiary, so like it was...
the girls were upstairs and the guys were downstairs because then they have fucking boyfriends and shit.
They were talking through the fucking toilet pipe. They would drain the water out and they were talking through there like trying to hook up.
Hello, wanna fuck? How, bitch?
How, bitch?
So everybody else could listen in on their well, it's not sexting, I guess, but it's like phone sex, but pipe sex.
Pipe sex.
They're getting some pipe.
Nasty.
Knows how to lay the pipe.
Yeah.
Gross.
The last one I got for you is in Orlando, where a Florida woman was arrested for DUI in a McDonald's found with vodka stashed in her bra.
I can
Bet
relate
you on
to
that Orange Blossom Trail.
I was gonna say this sounds like a predicament that maybe you could get. I could see.
I don't know what it is about McDonald's, man, but when I'm hungover, I want a fucking 2 cheeseburger meal with a Coke and a large ass fry.
And I eat some bullshit, and I will not eat McDonald's.
I love McDonald's cheeseburgers.
So it says
I've had McDonald's in like 6-7 years.
Why they got filet of fish? Episcopalian motherfucker.
They got filet of fish. This motherfucker wants shrimp tails in his CT Crunch. He's asking for that shit. So, a caller on Monday reported Brandy Stanley, 31, was driving all over the drive-thru of Lady Lake Golden Arches.
Did you just say Brandy Stanley?
Yes.
Is that Nicholas Miklas's wife?
Brandy Stanley. That's not as bad as Nicholas Smickless. Come on, Nicholas Smickless is the fucking name champ forever, dude. I should call him and get him on the phone. He won't come on the podcast. He's
He don't answer his phone either. He does.
He does too. He's Nick Smickless has been my best friend. He's been in my life since I was 8 years old. Okay, and he won't come on the podcast. Like he's got no interest in it whatsoever. I'm trying to get him. I said, "Come, you at least come on and prove you're a real person. Let me fucking call you."
He wouldn't even come on the Halloween episode and tell the witchy poo
about
story.
witchy poo. Yeah, I mean that fucking crazy witch was chasing him as a child. I'm like, come tell your story. And
Fucking
he said,
hanging
no.
foreskins on their wall and shit.
Fucking, it was a scene, dude. It was a scene.
Finish your story.
Brandy Stanley, 31, was driving all over the drive-thru of the Lady Lake Golden Arches about 56 miles northwest of Orlando and then eating in the parking lot, according to an arrest report. Officers dispatched shortly before 8 p.m. found Stanley, quote, idling in the driver's seat of her Pontiac with, quote, glassy eyes and a flushed face and smelling of alcohol.
That would be me.
The cop asked Stanley if she needed medical attention or whether she'd been drinking, and she said no to both.
Oh.
Upon exiting the car, as instructed by the officer, Stanley began swaying from side to side and on the way to Lake County Jail continued to utter, "She wasn't driving. Just take me home. Let's forget about this. I'm so stupid. I know better."
Also sounds like things I would say.
Stanley continued to yell and scream at deputies once at the jail, where she was found to have an 8-pack of Deep Eddy vodka in her bra.
Okay, no, I couldn't handle.
According to the report, which noted one of the bottles was missing at that point. Now, I'm assuming little nips, but even still an 8-pack, how has she got that in her fucking titty meat?
I don't know what a Deep Eddy vodka. I don't even know what that would be.
I'm assuming like the little nips, you know?
Oh, no.
But an 8-pack, you know? So like 2 rows of 4, I would imagine, just stuck up in the bra. How she got that in the titty meat? Right? I mean, if
there's no way I can fit that much stuff in my bra.
She keeps her nips by her nips.
Guess so.
Nips on nips. I love it.
But then, like, if you're going out and you're wearing, like, you know, out clothes, then your tits look all fucking malformed and shit.
All boxy. Like,
Yeah.
hey, bitch, where'd you get that box tit?
Why you look like you got fifths in your tits? You know, like, it's not attractive.
I think you need to go to the hospital.
That's why you bring a clutch with you.
What's a clutch?
A little purse.
A little purse?
Mm-hmm. That you clutch.
Like that? I've never seen a person hold something in their armpit
Well,
like
you
that.
clutch it. You clutch the purse. It's a little clutch.
Oh, when you look at me like I should know that shit. I don't
You should
fucking
know that shit.
Don't-
I'm really not girly, so I guess you shouldn't.
I thought of you when it says she was
McDonald's?
she was idling in the driver's seat, you know, just she wasn't driving, she was just sitting there, because when I was blacked out at that racetrack gas station and I had the car running and you came to pick me up, you yelled at me that I could have been arrested for a DUI, and I was like, I wasn't fucking driving, but I was in the driver's seat and the car was on, and that was the thing. And I thought about that with this.
Yep. Could have been a lot worse.
That was the last time I learned my lesson. That was the last time I got super blackout drunk, and that was 4 years
you got
ago.
roofied. You weren't blackout drunk.
I did.
There was something in the
I did
lines.
get roofied. I did get roofied that day. I was the returning champion to my fantasy football league, and then the draft the next year, I believe that there was some tampering to keep me from being a repeat champion. I was roofied, and I had to have my wife come pick me up from the gas station in Sarasota. But shit happens, man. It's fucking drive. Shit happens.
And I drove 7 hours from Atlanta, hungover as fuck, eating my cheeseburgers with extra mustard on them.
You spoke to John Buchanan too, because when that episode dropped, he hit me up. He was like, "I've got bad McDonald's stories too. Want me to call the voicemail?"
Yes, bitch.
I relate to Dutch so hard on the McDonald's.
It's good shit.
Mike, I don't want to keep you all night. Let's get out of here. If you want to give your plugs out real quick so folks know where to find you.
Yeah, you could go ahead. I mean, if you want to find just me, I'm on Instagram. I don't think I've ever given this out on my show or anybody else, but you can follow me on Instagram at Mykie Props. It's MYKIE Props.
I do it. You should do it too.
Yeah. I haven't really done much lately on there, but I try to post some stuff for my prop truck every once in a while. I bring my dog to work sometimes, so it's mostly my dog on the prop truck acting like he owns the place and stuff.
What's your dog's name again?
Harley
from
Hurley. Okay, like the skateboard.
Yeah, well, he's from Lost. He was named after Hugo from Lost. That Hurley.
Oh,
and then my other dog is named Dexter. Can you guess what show that's from?
Game of Thrones.
CSI.
Yeah.
Are you
Yes,
excited
it's-
about the new one coming out? They're bringing that back. I'm excited.
Oh, I'm fully aware. Trust me.
You're rewatching it right now, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm on the last season is being very difficult to get through it. I've kind of been walking away a lot in between episodes.
Well, the
but
ending was
I'm
so
gonna
fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't like the ending at all. But that's why they're bringing it back, so it's going to be awesome.
Good.
You could check out my show, Failing Hollywood. I'm on the Inner Circle Podcast Network. Go to innercirclepn.com and check out there. We're also on Instagram at Failing Hollywood. We're on Twitter. I got to try to actually learn how to use Twitter, so that's active at Failing Hollywoo, because the D didn't fit.
Yeah, you do, man, because I tag you every week and I get no interaction back. And I looked and your last post was like 3 years ago, dude.
Hey, that sounds like my Twitter account.
Yeah, I mean, tag her. She might respond. She might not.
I'll just
Yeah.
put a heart.
I need to learn how to use it because I think like One Arm Ninja. I'll know once the studio's getting, but if he keeps it like he's doing now, he's on his way out. So I'll have to kind of take the reins on all that stuff,
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. But Bill's on a spiritual journey, and I can respect that, dude. He's watching the fucking fabric of time being created, and I'm envious of him.
Yeah, we just did once the new studio's up, I just want everybody to like reevaluate their commitment to the show, and I just want everything to be fucking on that plane again, to where we're committed and getting those numbers up and getting back to what we used to. Because right now I'm like working out of a closet right now, pretty much, to get the shows. So.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, man. But like Mike said, we are both brothers in the Inner Circle Podcast Network. Go to innercirclepn.com. Check out all the shows. That's Simmons and More. That's us. That's Mykie at Failing Hollywood. That's The Plunge. That's The Hood Diner. The Untrained Eye. And Shit Happens When You Party Naked, now exclusively on Patreon. Also, all the original programming, like we mentioned, the award show is coming back. Winter Circle is coming back at some point too, I would imagine too, right?
Yeah, that's also going to be when the new studio is put together and everything like that. But we have a show in the back burner, and I think I know Dalvin Cox. I think is going to be on the next one. So
nice. Nice. Speaking of Delvin, it was just his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, DC Pimp Juice. All those Inner Circle shows, they live at innercirclepn.com, as well as the adjacent Creatures of the Night, where we just released an episode this week where we went and got kind of crazy on DB Cooper, which I heard you're a DB Cooper guy.
I'm a huge DB Cooper fan. I want to rewrite an actual, because there's no good movies on him. Like, well, Without a Paddle is probably my favorite one, and it's not even real depiction of like the actual story. So I kind of want to get a real good. I have a good idea for like kind of where it went after he left the plane and was never found again.
Well, we definitely did speculate and theorize on what possibly did or did not happen, from everything from time travel to he is now the son of Donald Trump to maybe he was Nikola Tesla. Who fucking knows? Maybe he's in an interdimensional portal somewhere. All these things and more were discussed on the most recent episode of Creatures of the Night. If you would like to follow us, we're the hashtag No Offense Show. You know that. You click play on the player. Visit us at HTNOS.com. HTNOS on all the social media platforms. Follow us, please. Like the post. Do all that good shit that you guys do. And if you would like to reach me personally, I am the Real Wutsky everywhere.
I'm Duchess Wutsky on Twitter.
She won't write back.
You gotta at me, man.
She won't write back, but she likes to see that you're looking.
I hit the heart.
I hit the heart. Also, call in on that voicemail line. It's not just for Adam Simmons. 813-773-5706. Mykie, thanks again for talking with us, brother.
Anytime, brother.
We'll catch you next time on the hashtag No Offense Show.
Bye.